Hello, chat. Good evening. Happy Sunday. I don't have an intro song, so we're not doing an intro song. Um, how y'all doing? It's been a week. Just like any other week. Um, I did mention 2 streams ago that I might be getting a job. I'm gonna assume that one is not happening. Because they sat me down for an interview. It was bizarre, like 15 minutes of just barraging me with questions, basically, which I think I did fine in answering. But they said, "Oh, you'll hear something tomorrow," and that was yesterday, and it's now Sunday, and I still haven't heard anything. So I'm gonna assume that's a no-go. Absolutely fucking phenomenal. It's times like these that frankly make me wish that I could just go back to one of my previous jobs because I had my issues with them, but at least I could do them. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think either of them are in the cards. But anyway, I know I am famous for my preambles being preambly, so I won't take up too much of your time, but I would like to show off something that I actually mentioned last stream that I have yet to show off in video form, because I've shown it off with screenshots a bunch. If you go to my website, you'll see one of my websites. I have 2 of those. You'll see some screenshots of it up on the journal. But I've had this sitting around. I still have to get this actually tested, but I've never shown it off in video form. And unless you go out of your way to load it into a copy of Quake, you're not going to have seen it. But I have been mapping for Quake recently over the past couple of weeks. And I figured I would run around that a little bit before we get into what we were actually here for, of course, which is slide 2. Figure I'll do this for a couple of minutes while I wait for people to pile in. I'm not really sure who's going to be here. Kebby said she'd show up, but she's also been out in left field all week. And also, DCB said he's going to have to probably leave halfway through or at some point, so this might be a quiet one, although I do have a special guest. We will get to that. But anyway. So, I started this level last year before I had flown off to Wales. And only recently have I gotten around to actually doing more with it and actually finishing it. This is a Quake version of a map for Half-Life 2 Deathmatch, which was called DM Lost Village, and it's a very good map. The problem is it looks like garbage, because the person who built it wasn't trying to make it look like a place, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but they, well, shall we say, didn't try to make it look like anything, so it was just like gigantic walls that were just one texture, and the lighting was really basic, and there were parts of it where you could actually see through sky brushes. It was kind of that classic, thank you, Savannah. There we go. There's the chat message. It takes a moment to pop in. But it was sort of that old style of deathmatch map where you would just kind of build a bunch of blocks. You know, that was how it worked with first off Doom, which really didn't have the capacity to make anything look like anything. And then Quake, because people were more concerned about the gameplay, which makes perfect sense, don't get me wrong, and is what you should be focusing on. But anyway, but as you moved into the Half-Life and especially the Source era, that sort of became not really, viable. Mostly just, it's not like you can't do abstract and clean well, but for the most part, it was not. Like I said, there were parts where you could literally see into other chunks of the map. I'm not even sure it was vised. So that kind of super sucked. But I really like the layout. It's a lot of fun. It's like this 2-level kind of layout. If I hop over here, it's like this 2-level kind of layout that was very, very fun. And I wanted to build a Quake version. Started it last year. Flew off to Wales, then lost all interest in it. And in my mopey state earlier this month, I was like, you know what, let's finish that off. I'm in the mood for Quake. I'm in the mood for something that's a little bit more... the game has frozen. Let's see if this is temporary or if it's about to crash, because my computer is being fucking weird. This is actually the first time I've ever tried to run a game on my computer with Streamlabs. So, for all I know, this is about to close. Yeah. Phenomenal. This is absolutely phenomenal. It's frozen. And I don't know if it's coming back. Oh, thank God it came back. Okay, alright, we're all good. Let me make sure that that did not take the stream down or anything. Stream health is still good. Okay. But yeah, so it's this nice 2-level thing. There's a lot of... I just went crazy with the barrels. Unfortunately, these don't respawn. They would probably need a Quake C mod to be able to respawn, so... But they explode. You can blow people up with them, and it's very, very fun. Lighting panels like that. Just sort of going with this, like, colored thing where inside the buildings it's very, very... Oh, God. It fucking froze again. Inside the buildings it's very, very warm, and then outside it's colder. That sort of deal, you know? This is ass, by the way. This sucks. Unfortunately, my computer is getting pretty fucking old. This is now 10 years, which is what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it 10 years with this computer. And I've guaranteed successfully done that. I don't remember the month that I got it in, but I know I got it in 2014, because I didn't get it in 2013. I had it by 2015, and this computer is a 2013 iMac. So I know that it's been 10 years. It's just, unfortunately, that has lasted me quite a long time, but that only goes so far. But anyway, yeah. So I did my best to try and turn the bizarre thing that the other level was into, like, a proper area, you know, a proper location. You got some red rooms, you got some blue lights, you got some warm lights, you got some secrets. You can hop over here. I didn't make that. That's okay. But you can hop up here, and there's, you know, mega health. And unfortunately, like I said, I have not tested this with people, but I bet it's going to be phenomenal. And you don't normally get to do this, but if you try to explode jump on one of these boxes, you go fucking flying, which is awesome. I actually haven't tried that. That's very, very fun. I tried to blow up that barrel, and then the game froze again. Alright, I'm done with this. Let's close that and get into it. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was violent. That's funny. Alright, let's bring in the game. The actual game. There we go. Bring in the audio. And also bring in our special guest, because if you've been keeping up with what we've been doing in Sly recently, you'll know that we just finished 2 chapters in Prague, and now we are off to the, I don't even know what the hell you call Canada. I know it's a country, obviously. I was trying to think of a clever name for it. Unfortunately, I'm not that clever tonight, and mostly just wondering where the fuck everybody is. I see Tris in the chat, and I see Savannah in the chat, so I appreciate you 2 people. Hopefully more people show up. It tends to be the kind of thing where people show up a little bit later, which is perfectly fine. I don't know, what do you call Canada? Anyway, so because I wanted to make sure that the representation of Canada in the game was accurate, I decided to ask a real Canadian, who I have not got on a Discord call or anything, because I have done 0 preparation for this stream, but I can get her on right now. Are you ready, Savannah, for me to bring you in? Also, by the way, this is like the first genuinely like summery day we have gotten here in Pennsylvania all year, and it is very hot. I don't have a fan or anything. Maybe I should have at least my ceiling fan on. Alright, go for it. Cool. Make sure that my audio stuff is all ready to go. Checking stuff in Discord really, really quick. Alright, we are set to go with my speakers. Blue Snowball, good. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Why, hello there. Hold on. I hear you. Hello. And now I don't hear you. Man, you were showing up for just a moment. That's alright. I'm also going to try a different layout as far as my physical room stuff goes, which involves putting the chat up by the TV, so that way I don't have to bend down to see it. Oh, hello? Ah, damn. Another moment where I heard you very, very briefly. Oh, I just realized you might be able to hear my PlayStation whirring like that. Let me go ahead and rearrange stuff real quick. Move the mic over to the side. Savannah!
Okay, can you hear me with this?
Yes. Yes, I can. I could hear you for a moment. Let me get the chat pulled up on my phone also.
Let me see, because...
Oh, man, you keep cutting out. I keep hearing you for just a moment.
It's just playing my own voice back to me, so let me, fuck with this real quick.
Wait, I hear you. Damn. This is rough. This is really rough. Okay. Live chat going. Find a place to prop this up on the PlayStation. That way I can see chat easier than I can if I had it on my bed. Okay. And hopefully this means that you should be able to hear me better as well, because I'm speaking somewhere in the direction of the microphone. It always drives me nuts when I watch my streams back, and it's just I'm very, very distant, and nobody in chat ever complains about it, and then afterwards I'm like, God, you can fucking barely hear me. So, hopefully now. Hello, Kebby. I see Kebby. There she is. Alright. Let's get the game going. Savannah is here. She is just having horrific audio issues. Oh, shit. Savannah, you there? Shit. Really?
Is it working out?
I hear you.
Okay.
Keep talking.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Wait, let me mute the stream.
Alright, yeah.
There we go.
Perfect, perfect. It's just my, fucking, my Discord decided to restart randomly. I don't know what that was about.
Oh.
So, I might have popped off the call briefly, but finally, I hear you, and that means they will be able to hear you. Make sure that
amazing.
Okay. Let me turn you down for a moment, because you are peaking louder than I am.
I am very loud, it's true.
Oh, God. Okay. Definitely needs to go way quieter. Alright, try again.
Hello?
Okay. Breathe.
Yeah, I get that all the time.
Endless jokes. Alright. Okay, that should be good. So now the game should be balanced. If you want to try talking one more time.
Yep. Test, test.
Okay. So, alright, that should be good. If anybody wants to hear Savannah louder, just let me know in the chat. I know I was away from my microphone, that's why I was distant. So, hopefully, we should be
start
also...
yelling.
We should, yeah, there you go. She's intentionally going to speak louder or quieter as I adjust the volume to make my life a nightmare.
It's true. Actually, I have one volume, so you're fine.
Noted, noted. Alright, let's get to the most Canadian part of the game.
Other than the other Canadian part.
Following the trail of spice shipments, we made our way up
Hold
to
on.
Nineveh Bay, Canada, the secret hub of Jean Bisson's shipping empire.
I just realized
As a
I'm gonna
young
have
man,
to
he
turn
trekked
down
across Canada to
my
strike it rich during the
TV
gold
volume,
rush of
so that way you don't
1852.
hear it twice.
An avid prospector, he took some chances and ended up buried alive in an avalanche. Miraculously, the quick freeze kept him alive, and 120 years later, thanks to global warming, he thawed out. A product of his time, he dreams of taming the wild north, damming every river and chopping down all the trees, with progress delivered at the sharp end of an axe. Shipping spice for the Claw Gang proved a lucrative way to bankroll his one-man war against nature. And yet, I have to feel a little sorry for him. He's just a normal guy from the 1850s. Back in his day, he'd be a hero, but today, he's a villain. Either way, that man's got more than his fair share of the clockwork parts. What a low-tech guy like Jean Bisson is doing with robot parts is a mystery. I almost don't want to know. But as always, it's only a matter of time before I find out.
Ha, that moment when Sly Cooper shows more empathy than virtually anybody you talk to on the internet today. Okay. So my mic is back. I just muted for a moment because I wasn't sure. I have yet to realize the fatal flaw with my plan of moving the microphone closer to the TV, which means that you might be able to hear it twice. I don't know. We'll play it by ear, and by that I mean chat will have to tell me.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Oh, one thing I just noticed that's quite nice. You hear audio issues that I don't, that's why I don't comment on them. Alright, well I appreciate the thought nonetheless. One thing that I rather appreciate as far as Sly goes is if you pay close attention to the... Let me find something I can break really quick. And you pay attention to the coins. The coins, the indicator on them, or the little icon, actually changes depending on the level. So...
Yeah, these are actually, can confirm, this is just what our money looks like.
Okay. See, like I said before, I intentionally brought her on to make sure that this was an accurate representation of Canada. So we're already in the black here, which I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing today,
Yeah,
Savannah?
pretty good. Bought a car yesterday,
Ooh.
So
Yes.
passed out. At
The
10
excitement
o'clock
was
last
too
night.
much.
Yeah, it was a lot, so
That's very fair.
and then I'm gonna have to spend the next couple days sort of figuring out how we're actually gonna get the car over. Do a bunch of adult things like figuring out insurance.
You gotta get 6 people to carry it over.
Yeah, I think they want us to like push it.
Up a hill in the snow.
Yeah, both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah, can you believe that they made Canada from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 real place?
I know. That's dedication right there. All right, you gotta love Tony Hawk, and I do, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, and it's a theme park, you know, like we sell clothes with our flag on it, which isn't a joke.
No, that's legitimate. I would know, of course, with all the times I've been to Canada.
Of course, yeah.
One thing that I do like, though, is that he goes on about how John Bisson is like, oh, he's such a low-tech guy. What's the first thing you see when you get out of spawn but these fucking, like, I don't know, utility vehicles? With guns on the
Yeah.
top.
And kind of... Yeah, it's like a tank.
It's like a tank, you know, as you would have in the 1840s.
As you have on the streets
Of Canada.
of Canada. Yeah. Yeah, like I would say, so this is Nunavut Bay. This is in Nunavut.
Of course.
Which is one of our northern territories.
Yes.
So this isn't entirely accurate to where I live. We have more potholes.
See, you need a tank to get around where you live.
Exactly, yeah. That's what I bought yesterday. So.
Badass.
Yeah. I would enjoy skateboarding.
That would go very, very hard to have Sly in a skateboarding game.
We need a Spyro 3.
Yeah, I was just about to say, alright, how long until Spyro gets mentioned?
Oh. No time at all.
Ow. I'm just fucking around here, honestly. I could go and do the recon, but we're gonna just fuck around for a little bit.
Oh yeah, I would just run around these levels and like hit things.
Yes.
Move around as a kid. And I think I liked these ones the most because they were Canada, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Then we're sliding around a shell. Does he take it off with the Koopa?
Well, the funny thing is that he, no spoilers, but he, loses control of his legs, in the third game, which means that he is actually perfectly built for a skateboarding game.
Yeah, he actually does, yeah. There's like an ability that you can put that, like, it's just like a turbo booster on his wheelchair. It's really good.
Yeah. So that's what I think of. Is he's in a wheelchair, which is sort of like Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX, sort of. Trish says that the tanks remind him of the SpongeBob movie game, which is, I think I played that a little bit on stream not too long ago. That was a game. I gotta play more of that. I 100%ed for the first time Battle for Bikini Bottom not too long ago for retro achievements, and I'm no doubt they have a set now for the movie game as well. So. Sliding around on his shell is how he ended up in the wheelchair. Absolutely.
Yeah. Have you seen
I can confirm.
An X-ray of a turtle? It's connected to their spine.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the funny thing about the Koopas. This is quite literally like, oh, you lost your spine. You now are dead.
I just took it.
I just took your spine. Listen.
Yeah. You don't need that.
You didn't need that. Honestly, Mario's kind of fucking brutal when you put it like that. That's fucked up.
Was it stomping turds?
Stomp a turdy.
Perchance.
Oh man. So what was funny, and I never made this public, but I was going to make a shitpost the one time. I got drunk, and I read out the Mario Perchance quote unquote essay. I read that out, and it was really funny, and it's still really funny, even though I am obviously now sober. And I was going to put it to AI images of the dumb shit that I was saying, and post that to YouTube, and I never did.
I think you should.
I still should. That's a good bet.
Yeah. You gotta build up the Merito brand.
I do.
You have 682 subscribers.
I know, and they're all like, oh, if it's not Guitar Hero, I'm not interested, which is totally understandable. Completely and totally understandable.
Absolutely.
I mean, someday I'll get back to Guitar Hero, but like, I mean, I can't stream Guitar Hero. If you're gonna do that, you have to either be playing like shitpost songs, or you need to be grinding for FCs, and it's just not the kind of thing that the Somnolians watch, and they're like 90% of my audience at the moment.
Plus, I have to imagine it's probably hard to focus on what you're doing and talk at the same time.
Well, what's really funny is that if you go back to that one big Asai video, the one where he was playing Dicko mode, and it turns into like a really difficult shitpost chart right at the end. There's all these people in the comments are like, dude, how is he reading chat and still hitting most of the notes? It's like it's just a gift. Some people have it, and some people don't.
Yeah. Some people are like Germa, where he starts talking and he just pauses the game and he stands there for like 40 minutes.
That's
talking.
me. That's me.
Yeah. And then I'm watching and I'm like, please, I want to see the video game.
Yeah, about that. I'm off on like 3 tangents. We were not going to get back to the video game. What? So, alright.
It's our see, except it's a fan design of a character from a Roblox game. Hold on, Cabby, you gotta send that.
Yeah, you gotta hold. If you send that in chat, there's like I don't know, 40% chance I'll put it on screen.
Oh, they think it's a fan design of a character. Did they make her look like a Roblox? Why do they think she's a fan design of a character from a...
These kids, they're like, you exist. Hey, nice Roblox reference.
Nice Petscop reference.
Nice, other references that I've now forgotten. We would just say that for a while. We would just say that. We would just be like, oh, nice X reference.
Yeah, nice Canada existing.
Nice
reference.
Based. Speaking of Canada, here's bears.
Yeah, we have some of those. Although, do we have grizzly bears in Nunavut? Hold on. Grizzly bear range. I know they have polar bears.
Alright, let's get to the game.
Cabin may seem rustic, but don't be fooled. It's the control center for Jean Bison's trade empire.
they've got grizzlies in Nunavut.
You're sure to find out where he keeps his
There you go.
parts.
From an
there
expert.
This file
Grizzly
doesn't sound
bears
hard.
in
Now, climbing up a sheer rock wall, that'll be a
Ontario?
challenge.
What is
You're in
this?
luck. Before Jean Bisson took over, this used to be a popular
totally have
destination
grizzly
for
bears,
rock
right?
climbers. Some of their old wall hooks are still around.
I'm guessing I just jumped and hit the circle
Hold on,
button
I'm
to
going
launch
down
in.
a bear range rabbit hole.
There you go. She's going down the bear hole. She's climbing into the bear den.
More
I'm
altitude.
getting into the bear
Thanks
hole.
for the tip.
What?
I'll give it a try.
I thought we had brown bears here. Like, you know, that's like what you're scared of.
Bear time.
Bear time. We had black bears. There was one in the... Oh.
It's not a good sign when you go, oh, like that.
Sorry, I saw the Narpy.
That's Jean Bisson.
Looks
Oh.
like
No,
he's been
that's
coming.
not. No, I almost...
Stay out of sight. And
I don't know, you do you. I'm kind of a pedantic fuck. I feel I'd be like, no. That's not what that is.
Oh, hold on.
Thanks, though.
Hold on. I gotta check it then.
It's cute art. It's just not Roblox. I think that would eat at me.
But Narpy, it's not what?
These fucking guys just see a green alien cat.
Guys, Roblox did not invent cats.
Salutations, Mr.
Like, it's
Arpeggio.
just, you made an alien cat, and they go, oh my god, that's just like Narpy.
How the fuck does he not see me?
I don't think bison have very good eyesight.
There you go. That explains it. But yeah, no, quite literally,
Roblox
cats.
fan art. What an accusation.
Cats exist. Nice Narpy reference.
Okay, I need to see the range of bears. Black bears, yeah, we have those. There's the byword bear. It was like a black bear that was hanging out in downtown Ottawa. And then I think they just like shot him with tranquilizers and dragged him off. But it was cool.
It happens.
It happens. Do you not have black and the brown bears? Grizzly bears in
Easy
Northern
there,
Ontario.
partner. You're all up in a lather.
I always go, whenever we talk about fan art, I always go back to that time that somebody drew Colton as a goddamn
My
gerbil.
best trains. Those robotic doohickeys.
Like, I appreciate the shit out of gerbils, don't get me wrong, he's a raccoon, it's pretty obvious. And even if you don't catch the obvious raccoon part, at least, like, a bear kind of makes sense, because they're shaped like little bears, sort of, not really.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, like, maybe they just aren't good at driving.
Maybe. That's okay, me neither.
When I arrived
Yeah, no, they weren't trying to draw him as a Yerbal,
Yeah.
but, like, it was, you know,
By the way, you ready
it totally looks like Yerbal.
for the final
I
countdown?
see.
Yes, the blimp's hypnotist wavelengths conform to
I can't hear it very well, but I
spectral
think I hear arpeggio also in the background of this
Yes.
scene.
Yes, he's on a phone call with Arpeggio. I think the funniest thing is that he has this accent, but his name is Jean Bisson. Like
Yeah.
It's like a French explorer. which
Right.
makes sense.
Once the battery is
But he has this, like,
stand in the claw gang's way,
it's
and
almost like a
hours.
southern kind of accent.
okay.
Yeah, it's not
I guess I'll
French
be
Canadian
seeing
at
you
all.
the end of the week.
Sly, did you hear that? Bison's hit the Iron Horse.
Oh god, what does he want me to do now?
Bats.
Get on top of that. Okay, I see.
And steal
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Eat.
Excellent. Now get out of that cabin before you're spotted.
I'm just blown away at the lack of grizzly bears in Ontario. I 100%
I think we're good in here. See you later. But yeah, no, they weren't trying to draw him as a Yerbal. Honestly, that would be pretty great to see like a legit Yerbal, Colton. He's not a Yerbal, but now I want to see it. Okay,
You need to make it official.
I do. I need to go learn how to draw Neopets.
It's fucked up. I 100% thought we had grizzly bears.
Not as much of an expert as you make yourself sound.
Not as much of an expert on bears.
On
Oh,
Canada.
Canada?
How dare?
Because like it's like, oh, you know, I go camping, but there's bears out here. But it's like, oh, but they're black bears. Just yell at them. You know, they're not scary.
No.
No, they're
No.
little guys.
They're
I mean, like, you
they're
don't fuck with a black bear.
yeah, no, I mean that's not like encouragement of dangerous behavior,
And
but
I mean, like, we have other, like, dangerous animals in the woods, so
yeah, of course.
not just grizzlies, but man, I really thought. But yeah, nope. It's canon, though. They do live in Nunavut, so.
There we go. So if you were wondering, oh my god, what are you doing on the roof or the beams?
Just
I'm stealing
hanging
your
out.
topaz, asshole. Fuck off, you sack of shit. As Savannah talks, of course. They're like
Of course.
gearing up for a fight, but they don't know who they're gearing up for a fight with.
Yeah, if it's white, good night. Yeah.
Two down, one to go.
Polar bears are hungry. They see humans as like a food source.
I'm sorry. If it's black, fight back. Damn, I thought we were gonna make it through this stream without some racism.
No. Not with these people.
Shaking my damn head. Oop, train.
Also, I don't know where in Nunavut these people are, but Nunavut's like a tundra,
Yeah.
so all these trees around. Unless there
Where am I
might
going?
be like a taiga climate.
Where am I going? Where am I going? I see the safe house. There it is. Okay. I love the gigantic bear traps. That's funny.
Look for the gigantic bears.
It's true. It's very, very true. Must mean there's some good shit in here.
The last trophy bass is above the
Oh
fire
man.
place. Be
Gigantic
careful.
fucking meese.
Attention all cabin guards.
That's honestly, they're pretty small.
Boys in Ponderosa cabin, there's
Compared to
someone
Sly,
been
they're
hiding
big.
footprints.
Yeah.
Everyone stay sharp. This ain't no
I
secret.
think it would be pretty fucked up if it was like accurately sized.
Yeah. that would be pretty funny though. I like the part where they didn't hear that. Maybe they just don't give a fuck. Are they small moose or is Sly a gigantic raccoon? It all depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I think he's a big man.
Exceptional work,
There
Sly.
are no bears here. We killed them all a long time ago. Yeah, UK doesn't fuck around when it comes to wiping out their wildlife.
Yeah, no, I mean, didn't they have to like reintroduce wolves because they were just extinct in England? I think they had to get them from like
Yeah.
Scotland or something.
Because they're like, fuck you guys, you're eating my sheep. So they killed them all.
With all
Valid.
3 blueprints, we should be able to
That's so valid. That's
the Iron Horse
You're so valid, sis, for killing all those
Extended
wolves.
Top of the mountain, huh? Shouldn't take long.
Alright. They were reintroduced to Scotland. They're not in England and Wales. There we go. That's where I was getting the mix-up. Okay, so we go up to the top of that...
ABCB, I was just, looking into it, and there are no grizzly bears in Ontario.
Damn. Damn, we need to reintroduce grizzly bears to Ontario.
Well, I don't know about that.
Ow.
Yeah, okay, so Nunavut is mostly Arctic tundra. There's a small amount of taiga in like a specific area.
The biggest
but I'm
carnivore
calling
is
out-
badgers, by the way. Based. Another badger W.
Yeah,
This appears to be the only way up.
badgers
Eye
are
out
cute.
for those
They're
rock
great.
wall hooks. They might be useful.
And I'm very glad that it seems like the vast majority of the UK is united in not arbitrarily killing badgers.
This is great. We've got total
Hello, Mr. Valetudinarian. Thank you. Much appreciated.
You,
Head back to the
I will
station.
absolutely keep the streams
I'll
up.
crunch some numbers.
yet another Mary Toad W.
Yes, always. Man, we are 60% of the way through the game. That's crazy.
Badgers just have good PR.
It's true. We do.
Thanks to Sly's
Totally.
efforts, we now know the location of all 3 of the local clockwork parts. 2 lugs and a stomach. Jean Bisson has grafted each piece to the engine in one of his Iron Horse trains. This improvement allows the trains to run all night and all day. We won't have the luxury of sneaking in while they're stopped. While they're in motion, the only way aboard is through a hatch on the caboose roof, which unfortunately has been locked down. These need to go. First, collect the spice gas from the balloons above town, and then land on the back of the caboose.
These
to
need
blow
to
off the
go.
locks. Once the way is cleared, I'll suit up and jump into Iron Horse number 1 while it passes near town. With some luck, we'll have the first clockwork lug in a few hours.
Oh, yes. Yes, we will. More like 2 hours, I would say.
I wish I could program a GPS with Bentley's voice.
Yes. That would be phenomenal.
I'd love to take instructions from him.
See, the thing is, with AI, we now have the ability to, train it on Bentley's voice. We could.
Yeah.
We have the technology.
Turn left here.
If I've done my math right. Alright, where are we on? Also, one funny thing about this stage. I think I talked about it in one of the Prague episodes. The way that the obstacles that you face in earlier levels, they always come back. So, for example, these are obviously like the armored vehicles that you saw in Prague. These utility vehicles, because there were tanks and shit rolling around in Prague. But this one adds a new obstacle in that there's fucking gigantic birds flying around, and they are trying to kill you.
As you encounter in Canada all the time, by the
Yeah,
way.
well, Canada is just the Australia of the North.
It's true. It's
In-
like
in-
Australia, but it's always snowing.
Yes, and I mean, everything's trying to kill you in both places, of course.
But yeah, I think also those tanks also spit out small enemies like the elephants do in India one.
What did the elephant spit out?
They would spit out like small enemies.
Did I encounter this? Oh god, bear. No.
Oh no, run, just run.
You can't kill the bear. My camera
No.
is stuck.
Yeah, you just have to run and climb. Don't do that. Uh-oh.
My camera got stuck. There you go. Fuck him up. Don't fuck me up. Thank you.
Now he sees you. Oh, you're good. Yep.
See. We got away. We got away in the end. This is brutal. This is fucking brutal.
Yeah, don't get hit by the train behind you. It's an insta-kill.
Well, yeah. Hey, listen, don't get caught under the wheels of the train. That tends to kill you. No worries.
Our healthcare is free, but it's
Our
not
healthcare is free,
that
but it can't
good.
reconstruct you.
Yeah. Trains in real life are an insta-kill. It's true. It's actually one of the many highly realistic.
Dude, all of the I think it was both in. I know it was certainly on the Wales trains, but on the I think on both the Wales and London ones, they had signs up all over the place, being like, by the way, don't even touch the rails. That shit is 250,000 volts that will be put right through you.
Yeah. We have at the O train here, we have like the dinkiest little like don't kill yourself signs that they put like in the corner. They're like, no, stop.
No,
Our
don't do
trains
that.
Can't even handle it. They're not very well built.
Sounds like fun.
I wasn't paying attention to the mission briefing, by the way.
It's okay. You're gonna be bouncing on balloons. This is like one of my favorite missions.
Oh, based. Yeah, no. Listen. To this day, I still regularly think about fucking, what was that movie called, Apaches? The one where it was about farm safety and it just had kids dying over and over violently. That shit is fucked up.
I think Canada might have had a few nuts, like workplace safety PSAs. I remember one that was like a lady working in like a restaurant, and then she like there's like a pot of like oil or whatever that they're boiling, and then she like slips on the floor and like throws the oil onto herself. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's...
you need to do your. Yeah, there you go. I love this. Yeah, also iconic.
Also iconic. Maybe not the reaction they wanted you to have.
Yeah, where you're just like, you remember she fucking throws oil all over herself. Yeah, you're gonna do a little bit of terrorism.
Oh wait. I'm amazed that worked. I thought I fucked up because I didn't hit the balloon properly.
No, you're good. And then you just go back to the plane and do it over again.
Cool.
Train safety, someone being sucked under a train. Walking along the track.
And then just went slorp up through the nip-nop.
Like, were they on the track or next to it? Because if they were next to the track and there was enough of a vacuum to get sucked in, that's terrifying. Next to it. Wow, I don't like that.
Wow. Now you know why the UK has such crazy platforms for the trains, because they need to designate a safe area. Otherwise, you just get fucking sucked up.
Yeah. I don't like that very much.
This is pretty fun. How many balloons do I need to hit?
It's 3 trains, I think.
Yeah.
How many balloons?
Oh, fuck. I don't have enough air. That's alright. I'll just go back to the plane.
You're just gonna explode. Don't worry about it.
Okay, all good. There we go. Phenomenal.
Happens to the best of us.
Alright. Let's do the paraglider early so that way I hit the tallest balloons.
Most train lines here have a speed limit, some don't. So our one train, the O train, it's like a little, it's really like an absolute marvel in how this city really like manages $4 billion worth of taxpayer money, because it's built kind of like a little toy train, and it's designed so poorly that it's just like actively falling apart, and it goes at like 15 kilometers an hour in one portion of the track because the turning is too tight.
Also, I was completely distracted, but Kevin mentioned the poster with the burnt fucking shoes. Quite literally, there is a poster. I know it's on the Wales ones where they're like, "Oh, your clothes might survive, but you won't." It's like that's fucked up in the crib.
That's brutal.
That's
I love PSAs.
Fucked up in the crib.
I was shown one that was framed like a feel-good kids movie about a kid trying to photograph electricity, but it ended with him getting electrocuted to death because he tried climbing power lines.
Shit.
Oh.
Wow. Man, they don't fuck around in the UK.
Yeah, no.
It's really funny because everybody has the memory of like those Protect and Survive, I think they were called, videos where like they give you the most bullshit advice, and you know that's all hunky dory. But when it came to like farm safety or not playing on power lines, they were like, oh, by the way, yeah, you're gonna be like literally burned to a crisp. Enjoy, Stalker Child.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually land this shit this time. It's not rocket science.
It's train science.
It's train science, bitch. Oh.
You can,
Aww. That's okay, listen. Every try just means I get to do the balloon thing again.
Yeah, I love the balloon thing. The last shot is his friend who was looking through a hole in the fence when he was electrocuted, sat in class wearing an eye patch with a 1,000-yard stare. I love PSAs because, from an advertiser's perspective, you're given, because it's free, you're doing it for free. So a lot of these agencies can have way more freedom than you would selling, you know, like Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola has to worry about its brand being associated with dying.
You can't show children getting electrocuted in your Coca-Cola ads, which makes it, like, not...
I landed that!
Oh, almost.
Almost.
And they go, this is what it's like to chew 5 gum, and then it shows a child dying.
I'm never gonna find it again. This was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was one of those how to chew 5 gum bits, but there was a woman getting fucked in the mouth very, very violently, and it was like...
Oh, God.
Oh, it was fucked up. I was like... so many crazy videos that I will never find ever again, and I wish I could. Some of them have undoubtedly been deleted now because they're horrible.
Oh, yeah. Because you can't do that.
You can't do that. Come on!
I think the how it feels to chew 5 gum thing was like a real fucking... That was a solid campaign, but it spun out. I mean, it was successful.
Yeah, no,
I know about 5 gum.
Listen, it's hard to argue with any campaign that completely unedited becomes a meme.
Yeah, right? Like, there is no forcing it.
No, absolutely not.
Thing.
Everybody was like, oh, I know exactly how it is to chew 5 gum, and it's a kid getting electrocuted.
Yeah, and it's, yeah. It's like you have a lot of companies now that are like, I want this to go viral.
Right. And it's like, no, that's
like,
not how that works.
That's not how that works. You have to, you can't control that.
Oh, it just cuts to black if you didn't get enough balloons.
Yeah, it's not enough. It'd be funny if a 5 gum ad with a person have their arm blown open from touching an active power pole. Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That would be such a good bit, Tress. You definitely are not on a watch list.
It's like how it feels to chew 5 gum, and then the next clip has a live leak logo in the corner.
Apparently, Live Leak shut down, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not surprising.
No, the surprising bit was how long it took.
Yeah, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, hey, you still have whatever that one retro YouTube clone is, where I opened it up, and the very first thing I saw was a dude having his face blown up.
Vidley!
Yeah, that's the one.
Vidley!
Yeah, it's still the Wild West somewhere on the internet.
It's true. It's very, very true. This reminds me of something, by the way. I was reading an article about, I think it was Rotten. It was one of those early internet, like, oh, you want to see, like, shocking shit kind of websites. You know, Rotten, Ogrish, that sort of deal. And I think it was it was an article, you know, involving the guy who had originally, you know, came up with the site. And he was personally involved with the selection process of the kinds of shit that would go on the website. And
oh my god.
My favorite fucking quote from the entire article, this is burned into my memory, is he would wake up every morning. This is when he was describing why he quit. He's like, I would wake up every morning, eat an omelet, and watch videos of girls shitting into each other's mouths. And I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Good job. You're talking to your friends. You're like, hey man, how's work going? And you're like, oh, pretty good. I watched a dude like open his dick up.
That sucks. I don't know what the last train is.
You meet your girlfriend's parents, and they're like, what do you do?
What do you do?
I moderate a gore site.
Oh, this is not the right train. That's okay.
That's not the one.
That's
oh,
okay.
Maybe it's this one.
Nope. That's okay.
No. Yeah, this is the hard part.
Listen, first try.
Okay. Sly's tough. Least obscene content on Vidly.
Least obscene content. Seriously, it's man. Even early YouTube didn't have that as shit. I know there was the 2 girls 1 cup thing, but like, it's not Vidly.
First try.
First try.
First try.
There we go. I see the train. Keep that shit in sight.
Yeah, just keep in mind it can disappear into the tunnel.
That's true. That's very, very true. Alright. Alright, this is it. This is the run.
Okay. Yeah, just drop.
Oh! Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
Wow.
Thank God. First try.
Yeah, that was close.
That was really, really close. Thankfully, they're not sadists.
First try.
First try.
First try.
Alright, so we have another slime mission, and then we have a Bentley mission.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that the ability to replay missions was a big quality of life improvement in the third game.
yeah.
It was like, there's a lot of missions where I'm like, oh, that was fun. Like, I wish I could do that again. And not
Right, yeah.
replay the entire game. It's not a long game, but...
No, for sure. That's the nice thing about all the Sly games, is that none of them are particularly long.
Yeah.
Sly, it's awful.
It's
I
terrible.
can't believe it.
Slow down, Bentley. What happened?
Murray, he went out looking for a snack and got captured by Inspector Fox.
Always.
Carmelita.
Oh, this
She's
one.
Don't worry, Bentley.
This is just the first game all over again.
Yeah.
I drove up to this hot dog stand,
I'm used to having all the facts.
and now I have to race with the fucking awful
Carmelita's
go-kart
not
controls.
cool like the contestant.
I love this, because this you can go right up to her, and you can see just how fucking huge she is.
Somebody was like, I want Inspector Fox to be the biggest woman.
Like 7 foot tall, stacked, you know. It's weird.
What am I supposed to do?
Just fall. You're supposed to
Whack her in the fucking face.
Yeah, just fucking slap her. Smack her. Oh no!
You have to at least once. First try.
Oh no! What an angle! That's Sly crouched on the ground looking up at her.
I like that she's wearing this impossibly tiny beanie, too. That shit's not keeping you warm.
We call it a toque here?
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm not Canadian.
Yeah.
Tit shot? Question mark?
Yeah. I'm just saying, the people that made this game,
Yes.
you know.
It's like,
No, that's not how you spell Toque. It's Toque.
Yes.
Toque.
There you go.
I think it's French, probably.
It sounds French, yeah. Oh, do you see that? Check that out on the tree. You can see the edge of the texture.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow.
That's
My suspension of disbelief is totally broken.
This game sucks.
This game sucks. French-looking word. French-looking ass.
Word. You say that like it's suspicious. And read it as talk. Well, we pronounce it toque. So.
TikTok.
Yeah, and I bet toque. No. I bet you fucking pronounce it poutine or something. Like an American.
Like a fucking American, like a 4-letter word. You really are Canadian.
I love it because it's like that's how you identify. Yeah, the trick of French is to not pronounce any of the letters. Yeah, just be real, you know, loosey-goosey with it.
Yeah, listen, it's all made up, and the points don't matter.
Yeah. If you write it using the Shavian alphabet, you get 1VD.
There you go.
That's how you pronounce that.
Yeah. There you go.
You're welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Triss. Very cool. Very cool.
How do British people pronounce Putin?
Oh my god. Did you see that? Her shock pistol just shrunk that guy. Everybody's...
Yeah, no, she fucking kills people, dude.
Well, no. The funny thing is that she's gigantic, but her shock pistol shrinks people. This is seriously someone's kink.
It's a fetish.
It's a fetish.
Yeah. Here it is. Sorry, I found the fucking video. Poutine. Okay, well, good. I have good news for you, Triss. That's not how you fucking pronounce that.
You doing okay in there?
Hey, criminal, you
I know
doing
it's
okay?
tight, but you won't get shocked if you hold still.
I'm okay. And thanks for that bag of jelly beans. I was starving.
But I don't think France has poutine, because that's a Quebecois thing.
I'm grateful for the jelly beans and all, but aren't you on the outs with Interpol right now?
I'm an honest cop. Busting the Cooper gang will prove my innocence and show
I don't even think France has like cheese curds.
You mean Captain Neela? I hear she's
Sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
aw,
what?
Murray.
I'm going to look for your pal.
Murray accidentally fucking dunking on Fox, Carmelita.
Murray, I've come to break you out.
Bad chance. This thing is
Fucking
triple
walk
padlocked
left.
and Inspector Fox.
Why are her tits so pronounced? Because the people that made this game are horn dogs.
Uh,
If you manage to get a key,
Listen,
you better run for it.
every game is improved by having an overly tall, busty latinx. Spicy latinx, that was the word.
Spicy latinx. Mes pronoun? Quebec. I love this fucking video.
Hello, Carmelita. Give me your keys. Thank you. Very cool.
You can't sneak up on me.
See, that's why you can never catch the Oh, she's gonna get hit by the train.
Oh no, yeah, it's okay, she's invincible. See, she's not just, yeah, you're gonna get hit by the train. She's
Nope.
not just, gigantic, she's also invincible.
Well, that's the spicy
inside
part
the train.
of Spicy
One
Latinx.
slip up and you're mine.
I think she clipped. Oh, there she is. She got
She's
left
right
behind.
there. She's lost me, unfortunately.
She was just getting dragged under the train for a bit.
She was just getting slurped by the train.
She's just like a fucking cyborg or something.
That's also someone's fetish.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Massive, gun-wielding. Putin could be written as 1v1. Putin. It's not pronounced Putin. It's pronounced Putin. Like the TS sound in boots. Putin.
She works for the government, okay? This is her job.
Yeah, I'm required. I have to speak French. And it's important that we pronounce Francophone heritage. No, not Putin. It's closer.
Close.
Putin. Don't pronounce it like that either. People aren't gonna respond well to that.
Oh, man.
What? My keys!
Aw, did someone steal your keys? She should have just... If you don't want to lose your keys, put them in your gigantic hoo-has.
Yeah, you can't pickpocket that.
I can't swim either.
Fucking gotcha. The one time she hits you.
Right, the one time has to be over water. I'd say that's one hell of a pickpocketing job if you could, though.
Just give her the reach around.
I've lost. There she is.
Listen, Sly is a thief.
He is.
He's not a sexual harasser. He's not a sex criminal.
No, he just prefers to go through the back door.
Yeah.
Happens, okay? There she is. Hello, Carmelita. She just shrugs that shit off! Thank you.
Oh no, yeah, just oops. Sex criminal Sly. So, you know how he's like, oh, you know, like it's more honorable to steal from thieves. In this case, it's more honorable to sexually harass other sex criminals.
It's true. So true, so true. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here, Murray. Lose Carmelita before then. Okay. It shouldn't take too long.
She's fucking on your trail. She's like a hound.
You're mine.
She's like a fox.
I don't know if foxes can like track things like a dog can.
Probably not. I think they're closer to cats.
You see, I think this would have been better if they had made Carmelita a saggy little bloodhound.
Thanks, pal. I was getting a Charlie horse.
Carmelita Bloodhound isn't as catchy.
My pleasure. You know how I love to mess around.
And instead of being a big, tight-bodied, he's
I love that Murray is completely oblivious to like the weird sexual game that Sly and Carmelita keep playing. He's just like, yeah, that's weird. Okay, see you later.
Yeah, because he doesn't get it. He has a wholesome, positive relationship with his boyfriend,
Bentley.
Bentley.
Who's a war criminal.
Who's alleged to be a war criminal.
Alleged. Alleged. He just enjoys bombing things, keeping people, kidnapping them for information, torture. He might be a war criminal, but he's a good boy criminal. Boy criminal?
It's true. Boy criminal.
Boy criminal. Alright. Hold on. I gotta lose everyone first. He's a good boy criminal. Oh man. Where else are you gonna find quality banter like this on a stream?
Extremely valuable narration.
That's true. It's so true. So true, so true. I should have people on the streams more often. It's a lot easier when I can bounce off people.
Those Quebec fuckers. Okay, listen. For the sake of brevity, we call them frogs.
I should have bought that.
I think the adrenaline burst is the one that makes him run really fast, and it's super funny.
Yeah, I should have. I have 800 coins. I'll get it for the end of the mission, or the end of the episode.
Squeeze it out of a few people.
Shit.
And they drink some Monster.
Maybe.
I like the sound it makes too. Cause I'm pretty sure that one is like.
Yeah, it makes like a weird, like a whirring noise.
Yeah, it's really good. I love this. I love the sound design in this game.
You know what? Screw it. Let's go back out of Sly and steal some fucking treasure. I mean, why? Listen, you only get to be in Canada once.
Actually, you get to be in Canada twice.
Actually, man, there she goes again, being technical.
It's important. I just think that it's important to be as highly accurate as you can.
Absolutely. I have to go out and buy a monster for Bentley.
Yeah.
So he can do the funny whirring thing with his legs before he doesn't have those anymore.
I think there's a bottle to the right. Well, not when the stream is lagging for me.
Saddest times.
It's that high quality, crisp Canadian internet.
Unfortunately, Canadian internet is not free, although it seems like it sometimes, given how awful it is.
It should be. In fact, it's some of the most expensive in the world.
Nice.
I need like a Bentley voice generator.
Yes, absolutely.
I would have him read all of my emails to me. in that luxurious melted voice of his.
With the giant schnoz.
Like melted caramel.
Yes. You remember like when he first breaks Sly out of solitary in Prague, and he's like, I miss that luscious voice of yours.
I still think the funniest thing about Bentley was when they were picking out his voice actor, and they had the current voice actor of Bentley be like the test, like this is just for the beta.
Right.
And then they were like, God, like I just wish we could like find a guy that just sounds like this. It's like, well, I sound like this.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I know a guy. He's me.
Yeah. It's me. I'm the guy that sounds
It's me.
like
I'm the guy. Just hire me.
Yeah.
It's funny because that's in most games when you get to hear like the placeholder voice for a character, it usually sounds like garbage.
It's like they just like pulled someone from the team on.
Right, to just do the voice for the E3 version, and we'll find someone later. And then Bentley is like, oh yeah, he's perfect.
Yeah, like that's perfect. I think that the voice acting for the three of them is
yeah,
perfect.
no, they're all so great. And
Carmelita, they clearly had a hard time.
they had such a hard time. And it's funny, actually, while we were talking about the placeholder voices, the one I was thinking of was, have you ever heard of the beta voice for Wheatley?
Yeah,
Where it's just like, it's some British guy, and that was fine, but...
Isn't it like he talks like really slowly?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not a character voice.
No.
Like it's fine, but it's not like Stephen Merchant had like a very like animated performance.
It's true. It's hard to tie down a voice when her personality is angry. You forgot
Latina.
Yes. And bizarrely tall and with huge hobknockers.
Yeah.
These are all important personality traits that you have to get right in the voice actress.
That's her personality, is the angry Latina police officer. And despite being a fox, they felt it necessary to give her big tits.
Big tits and like the ability to track someone like a bloodhound.
Yeah.
Whoops. It's funny because like, there's a bottle. In the first game, she's got the one actress, the one who sounded the most. I don't remember how she sounded in Sly 3. I think in Sly 1 she had the one that sounded the most Hispanic.
Yeah.
And then Sly 2, different girl, and then Sly 3, again, different girl. I don't know why they just couldn't get somebody. Yeah, fat tit, angry Latina fox lady who can topple skyscrapers, aka my Tumblr username.
It's funny too because it's like as a kid you don't register this as weird.
No,
like,
absolutely not.
I loved Carmelita because I was like, oh, she's a woman and she's really fucking angry. I love that.
She's just like me.
Yeah, I'm like, she's so aggressive. This is great. I loved her.
And then you look back and you're like, oh,
at her.
wait, somebody
Wow.
was definitely modeling this with one hand.
Right? Oh, I can't get over what they did to Penelope in the, well, Penelope and Carmelita.
Yeah.
Fourth game.
Yeah.
Where they fucking... I'm gonna pull her up again so I can be sad about it. Yeah, that's the only reason.
Man.
Yeah, like, why?
Penelope's great, because she's just like a dork, just like Bentley.
Yeah, she was just like a small little mouse. She didn't have pronounced boobs.
Yeah, no,
you know?
Kebby, when we get to Sly 3,
hips.
Penelope is like your kind of character. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, she's adorable. Like I loved her design a lot.
It's unfortunate.
Like her.
Like obviously it's most pronounced with the women, but they didn't get anybody looking right in Sly 4.
Yeah, I don't like their faces very much.
No, it's terrible.
Let me look up Carmelita. They really fucked up their waistlines, which is saying a lot.
See, yeah.
Considering, and they put her in like a bra and a mini skirt.
Oh, yeah, which is
insane.
Exactly the kind of thing that you would wear if you were like a dorky like mouse
Oh no,
girl.
this was Carmelita.
Oh,
if
Carmelita.
you were a police officer.
Oh, all right. Listen, that doesn't fit much better.
Right? Which is like, don't get me wrong, the outfit that Carmelita wears in this game is like, she
Bonkers.
has like a tiny top. It's like a zip up top. It is barely more than a bra.
Right.
Like,
I think
a little bit of a rib cage, and she has pants.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you know, obviously it's still sexualized, but at least like the art style is toony enough that it's not like overt. I mean, it is overt.
It's not weird.
It's not as weird.
Weird, but it's not as bad as it could be.
Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, she's still here.
Yeah, this is she's just patrolling. I love when they take female characters in cartoon animal games and someone goes, it's weird to want to fuck animals, and designers go, true, and make them look like people want to fuck them easier.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Is the reason they want to fuck them is because they've got like human object traits, if you know what I mean.
Characteristics. Yeah.
Like they're
yeah, it's like the characters in Sly don't really look like animals.
No,
like, obviously
I mean,
some of them do.
Yeah.
But Sly and Carmelita are more just like people.
Right. I mean, that's the thing, especially about Sly, is that he's so weirdly like distended.
Yeah.
He doesn't really register as a raccoon outside of the mask, which is a thing he wears in his costume anyway. So like.
Yeah. It's like if he had like a normal shaped head, and like the legs were a little bit more normally proportioned.
Yeah.
And no tail, he would just be a man.
Right. Exactly.
Like that torso is just a man.
Yeah. No. For sure. And the thing is that like they got it pretty decent with Bentley and Murray, I would say.
Yeah. Like that's because they're such exaggerated animals. Like one's a turtle and one's a hippo. It would be weird if they were like in the same vein as Sly. If like, if Murray was just like a man who had like a dad bod and like Bentley was a twink. And like his shell was like implied with like a vest. Like that would be very strange.
All right, listen. He's already a war criminal. Let's not make him a twink too.
No, that's just my fan art.
No. Maybe he's a twink under the shell. We don't know. Unfortunately, we'll never know because if you take his shell off, he dies.
Yeah.
No, I think if Murray had the dad bod. Alright. Now I can buy what we've all been waiting for. Adrenaline burst.
I want to see this little man run.
Let's see this little man go so fast.
No, not Sly. Murray. Murray has dad bod. I want to see them just drawn as like anime dudes, you know?
Alright, perfect. So L2 is going to be that.
Yeah.
Alright. You ready? You puckered? Wheel.
God, look at that white boy go.
Oh man.
Reminded me of humanized SpongeBob fan art. I saw. Okay. on
Mistakes
Reddit,
into miracles.
There are a bunch of like AI art subreddits that come up occasionally, and this one fucking guy on like the Mid-Journey subreddit or whatever he was like, oh, like it's live action versions of the SpongeBob cast, and they were all hot, which is like a problem that AI has.
Yes, because it's used for pornography.
Yeah, right. So it's like Patrick was like and it was meant to be like a realistic art style. So they to a degree looked like photos, other than being like way too smooth and shit.
Right.
But it like Mr. Krabs was like a daddy, like he was a big buff guy with his arms full of tattoos and a mustache.
Jesus.
And like, you know, like Patrick was like a skinny white boy with pink hair. Which I'm like, in what world does this register as Patrick?
Yeah, no, what the fuck? That's not Patrick.
Yeah, it's like they were all like either like they were all twinks, except for Squidward, who did actually look like below average. Like he looked like an older guy, like just like a dude. Who
Damn.
was bald.
Damn, doing
like
Squidward dirty.
Yeah, mostly because he was bald. That's like the biggest. I think that's the morally the worst thing that a man can do.
That's so in character, though. It is. I just wish they applied that standard to everybody.
Right? Where he actually looks like the character would look. Where I'm like, why does SpongeBob look like a hot boy? And, you know...
Squidward
Pearl
getting
was
fucked
just-
over. Well, he's the only one not getting fucked, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And, like, Pearl just looked like a teenage girl. It was... Sandy was just like a woman.
I mean, Sandy's gonna be the worst one because, like, she already goes around in a bikini when she's not, you know, in
her spacesuit. Oh yeah.
She does karate, which means that you got that angle going.
Yeah.
Alright, maybe I can get on this way. How the... Wait.
Nice.
Yeah, come on, get that. Yeah, get that shit, Bentley.
Yeah.
Yeah! No!
Yeah!
No!
Oh, sorry, the stream is like half a second behind.
That's fine. That's the lowest latency I can set it to.
It's okay.
An episode of SpongeBob where Squidward's like, hey, why is everyone else hot?
No, but it's Squidward, so I feel like he wouldn't recognize that.
No, I mean...
I think he would assume that he is also hot.
See, I'm just thinking of handsome Squidward now.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Squidward is canonically the only handsome one.
It's true. Absolutely true.
Yeah. But yeah, I think...
He thought Squilliam was hot. Wait.
No, because Squilliam just looks like him.
Yeah. Alright, so he's got some problems. He's fucking weird.
Yeah. He thinks he's hot, is the thing. Because Squidward has an ego, that's like the whole point. He wouldn't concede that other people are hotter than him.
Yeah. Which is great, because he's, like, canonically fucking weird looking.
Yeah, I mean, they all are.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the other folly of, like, oh, let's make these Bentley, you fucking...
Good.
You fucking...
Careful. Yeah, it's slippy.
Okay, now, get on the island. You
First
fucking... I'm gonna start calling you racial slurs. Okay, good.
Iron Horse number 1 should be passing by any
Slurs
time
for
now.
turtles.
And it's true.
See, it's moving awfully fast.
Just
He was
jump
like,
on the
imagine him
cruise
naked.
and
Oh yeah, the oh no,
catch
he's
a
hot
piece
thing.
of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. catch up to
That makes
Iron...
me think of like a slutty turtle.
I mean...
Get
Look...
on the caboose.
Get on the caboose. Man.
Get on the caboose before it goes. Go. Get on the caboose.
Oh.
No.
Shit.
You gotta get on the caboose.
Man. But
Yeah,
Bentley's faithful. He only gets on Murray's caboose.
Slutty turtle. You know, the only humanization, I don't like that. The way you just put in the Discord, Tris.
Okay, hold
appreciate
on.
that. I don't like that at all.
Prompts. Realistic... Wait!
What did you use?
What? Dude, it gave SpongeBob like a chest penis.
Is this, like, crayon?
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
'Cause I know crayon is, like, the worst one. I don't like that the ocean behind him looks, like, pretty good. Perchance.org. Free sign. Okay, so it's just a...
You can't just say
no.
perchance.
Perchance. This is one of... I like the train level. This is fun. I think the train heists are really fun.
Yeah. And it feels very fitting, given that this is supposed to be like the 1800s.
Yeah. Shitty humanizations. Yeah, okay, so the... I'm gonna be honest, like the one human version of the SpongeBob cast that I think of is from the fucking musical.
I don't even know if I know what that looks like.
I
I believe it was Kant who said experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play.
Yeah, it was just, you know, SpongeBob was played by that dude that cheated on his wife with fucking Ariana Grande of all people.
Of all people, it'd be okay if it wasn't Ariana.
No, I'm just surprised, because he's just like a little ginger twink.
Listen, twinks are just so desirable these days. Twinks are just so desirable these days.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. SpongeBob's Patrick Star. I like that even less. Actually, I don't like it. No, I think I do like that less, because it looks like a man.
You know, unfortunately, Triss is doing horrible, horrible things that even Bentley wouldn't dream of in Discord, and I'm playing the game.
Yeah, I can just describe it.
Yeah, just describe it in the most fanciful way you can for our audience at home.
Reader version, okay, where it's a overweight man standing on a beach, 4 fingers on each hand, bald, no eyebrows. One of his eyes is like, he looks like a burn victim.
No!
Or like he was attacked by a chimpanzee.
I just saw it.
He has his nipples showing through the mesh pink suit that he's wearing.
Man.
And his belly button.
Terrible.
Things are going great. We've already stolen one of Jean Basson's...
Oh no, don't say things are going great. That means that everything's going to be stolen from
Horse
you.
2 and 3 are going to be a little tougher to crack. First, I'll need to hop aboard Iron Horse 2 and do a little preemptive RC chopper strike to clear out the air defenses. Once cleared, it'll be up to Sly to work his magic in the interior to get at that second clockwork lug. Murray, you'll need to trap some of the local bear cubs in order to unlock a nearby hand car. We're gonna need it to catch up with Iron Horse number 3. But don't worry, the cubs won't be hurt.
So Savannah has left the
I
building
can't say the
momentarily,
same
which means unfortunately I have to entertain you on my own. It's fucking wet outside. I guess it was raining or something. That must be why. Because that's the thing, when you start getting weather, this is totally on an aside, when you start getting weather that's unseasonable, that usually means that rain's about to happen. And not only that, are there any slime missions, or is it entirely Bentley and Murray? Don't worry. The cubs won't be hurt. It's like General Clawfoot. He won't be hurt. You have to tickle him. It's the most evil, devious kind of torture there is. Okay. But yeah. It's like, it's always a precursor to rain, I've noticed. Because it was really crazy hot today. It felt like a day in June. And it's only like late April. So, you know, I was like, oh, wow. It's really, and I mean, to be fair, also, they were saying that there was going to be some fucking crazy rain, more towards the south central U.S. Not just rain, it was supposed to be like crazy tornadoes and shit. So we might be getting like the end of that here. But the roads are very, very wet at the moment, which is just nice to hear. There's nothing nicer than like rain when you have your window open, unless it's like the middle of February, in which case, fuck that. I'm so tired of the cold, if I'm honest. It's not even necessarily that like I hate the cold. It's just it sucks because it's that kind of cold where, at least if it's like 40 fucking degrees, you've committed to it, right? Or lower, you've committed to it. Okay, it's cold, but it's been like 55 like the past week or so where it's like, oh, it's almost warm. Almost, if it wasn't for that fucking breeze. I hate the weather.
Oh my god, Canadians are obsessed with the weather.
You and that RC chopper of yours ready?
We can just fucking stand in a circle talking about that shit for 40 straight minutes.
Based.
And I think it's because it's usually like really sad.
Wait, where do I start the chopper mission? What the shit?
I mean, you're in a mission.
I'm in a mission, yeah.
Which one is this? I think you have to be on the train. Which is this the chopper mission?
You know what? It'll fail it in a moment. Just give me a moment. Just wait. There you go.
Yeah, because I think you're just meant to, get into the train before.
Okay.
Yeah. So you hop on the train. And
because I heard. Well, here's the thing. I heard RC chopper, and I was like, oh, okay. So we'll immediately be in the chopper. But no, you have to be on.
You have to get into the caboose.
Man, it's a lot of caboose play tonight.
Yeah, well, what can I say? Bentley likes the back door.
They all like the back door. All right, you don't get to.
A thruple.
Yeah, it's true. You don't get to be, in the most feared criminal gang in all of the land. Oh, there it is. Well, nope.
Touching tips occasionally.
It's true. Listen, that van is tiny. Okay. Okay, third time's the charm.
And I mean, they're on the road, like, all the time. Like, they don't have any company except for each other. It's kind of like when you're in the Navy.
Kind of like when you're in prison.
That too.
If you told me they were prison gay, I'd believe you.
I mean, Murray is just straight up gay.
Oh, yeah, no, there was no doubt about that.
This had better work. Slime won't stand a chance making it through this train unless I neutralize the aerial defenses. Good thing I outfitted the RC chopper with a new cannon. Let's see.
The train missions in this game kind of make me want to play Zapper. Zapper. It was a PS2 game where you're like a cricket, you're an electric cricket, and you can shoot lightning and kill people. And it was, I don't know how to phrase it. It's like you're on a grid. You can't. It's like a 3D platformer, but you're on a grid.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
It was the company that made it. The year before had made a Frogger game that was almost the same thing. You weren't a cricket that could
Oh man, this is just Xevious. I just realized. So we've gotten Robotron, we've gotten Battlezone, now it's time for Xevious.
Yeah.
Oh man, and some bullet hell stuff thrown in because.
Struggling to hear Savannah over the game audio. Don't worry, I'll yell.
Okay, hold on.
It's probably really loud this part. I can't hear any of the game audio because I just have a call, because otherwise, if the stream lags, I won't be able to hear you at all.
That's what we'll do. We'll just turn the game down a bunch. Okay. Alright. Hopefully that's better.
And if not, I can shout. Don't worry.
She only has one volume. She told you that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll lean into the mic and I'll give you guys the ASMR treatment.
Based. Only if it's a binaural mic, though. Anything less, and you're not my friend anymore.
Yeah, I actually have the one that's like a pair of ears on a stand. That's what I've been talking into this whole time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, these ones are a lot of fun.
I really do like this stage. This is cool.
It's a shame because it's like the last level of the game, I feel. Yeah, I do ASMR videos.
Hey, can you hear her better, by the way?
Having feedback from chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, we're all good then.
Perfect. After all, I'm the most important piece of this entire stream.
I
The
mean,
entire
to be
series.
fair, kind of. We need you for our Canadian sensitivity directive.
Yeah, I'm the EDI highway, so I don't know if I'm allowed to make that joke.
Alright, can we do this first try? I don't know. I can't get hit again.
Pretty close to the wire. I love that his helicopter is just his head.
Oh shit, it is.
Yeah, it's a really classy touch.
Listen, nobody is a bigger egomaniac than Bentley.
What can I say? Fucking STEM dudes.
That's true. Would Bentley be a VTuber? That is the question.
Bentley was like the first VTuber. Wait until you see the stuff he did with Penelope. Definitely did.
Oh man. First try, by the way.
First try. But yeah, I find it's a shame because it's like the last
It's
level.
so woke.
Kind of,
He really is a STEM guy. Yeah, there is a slide mission. Okay.
The last mission I feel is kind of bland in comparison to everything else.
Yeah, I do seem to recall that.
Yeah, which is kind of a disappointment because.
Yeah.
But I mean, the game overall is like.
Oh, it's
Best
phenomenal.
in the series.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. Even Sly 3, I feel like. I mean, I didn't get too far in Sly 3, so you guys, I hope you're ready for the experience of me having absolutely no fucking idea what's about to happen next after a certain point in Sly 3.
Yeah, Sly 3 was really fun. So I think, because you had mentioned that you weren't sure if you beat it, I think part of that is because the game starts on a flash forward.
Yes.
Or like the game starts and then the rest of the game is a flashback.
Yeah.
So it's like I know that I was in that area.
Yeah.
I think I got as far as getting to that last mission, but I don't think I've ever beaten the game myself.
Yeah, so I mean it's gonna be new and exciting for everybody.
Yeah. You're really gonna love the Australia boss fight.
Man, knowing Savannah, that comes with a big berry uwu. Oh wait, I shouldn't have gone in here. I should have started the mission. Maybe I should have gone in here. I don't know. Hold on. Nope. Okay, hold on. I will say this stream setup is working a lot better where I have my phone right next to the TV so I don't have to keep looking down to read chat. So
nice.
that was a big I'm so big brained. I have like an IQ of 240.
He's optimizing his stream setup because he's a professional streamer.
I'm a professional. Well, yeah, if I'm talking to you, I won't have time. Oh man, he wants to get on the caboose too.
There's more than one way to get on top of that caboose. Oh, you missed it.
I missed it.
You missed it.
Well, see you later. Someday, Kimmy will come out as a PNG tuber. No, not a chance. I'm sorry.
Literally, the one thing that you're missing from being a PNG tuber is the mouth on your Marf flapping
Oh,
open.
yeah, absolutely.
So I wouldn't talk.
Listen. No.
You are one frame away from being a PNG tuber.
No. I will refuse. Stalker child. He's so in denial. Yeah, well, your mom gay.
It's okay. You know, these things take time to come around.
These things take time.
Like being a furry.
It's true. Well, Savannah's still in denial about that one.
Yeah. True, I hate furries.
All my homies hate furries.
All my homies hate furries. I had to... It was very funny, going to Staples and printing out the zine. And him
You're
being
like,
here, check this, and it's like it has a bunch of furries on the cover, and I'm like, oh, okay.
but don't
Thanks.
judge me, please.
Yep, this looks great, in like the crowded Staples, and I'm like shoving it in my bag, and I'm like, thank you. Have a good one.
that's a good bit. You're like, the Staples employees are going to judge me for being a friend. Please. The people I worked with were like, I'm pansexual. Like, okay. Alright. Believe me, they're into worse shit.
I like pans.
I like pans. I like a good set of cookware.
I love cast iron. I don't see the problem with that.
Whoops.
Independently printed zines are either furry or indie music, and ours has both.
Yes!
That's true.
That's
And
true.
It's cool. It's a nifty little publication.
Yeah, no, it's
order
cool.
your copy online? Question mark.
Yeah, so we got to set up a page for that. We really haven't been talking about it at all publicly, but we did some shit for a somnolescent zine with like pages and stuff.
2 pages. 20 of them even.
20 whole pages. It's pretty based.
Pretty wild.
Ow.
And now it is being flown across the ocean to Cabby and probably shoved onto the back of a truck for you.
Yes, phenomenal. Okay, fine. Fuck you. You get the smoke bomb.
Yeah. It's gonna be cool. We can figure out a way to like have folks that want one order.
Yeah, no, for sure. See, the one thing that would be really great is like if I had a place in like my area that I could put these.
Yeah.
I would say
like a community rack.
Right, exactly. Like I would say the library, but like nobody under the age of 50 goes in there.
Right? Yeah. No. Where are the cool? Maybe it's called the Art House Cafe, which is what it sounds like.
That's so
and it's
artsy.
you're not supposed to fight these guys.
Funny you mentioned that.
I think you're meant to employ stealth or something.
What part of the last 7 streams has taught you that I do stealth? Oh, he's not gonna stop being aggroed, I don't think.
Several places that sell indie zines in Cardiff. I'd have to look into it. That would be cool. You can be like...
Cardiff, I think, is our best chance at having a readership.
Yeah, right? Like, the artsy city. Yeah, Ottawa doesn't really have all that much of a scene of any sort. We have government workers.
Okay, let's try doing it your way. Let's do the stealth. Let's be so stealthy.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure these guys are sleeping. So you can kind of just, yeah, go around them. Don't touch him. Oh no! We good.
You should have seen how many missile launchers there were attached to these train cars.
Sly Cooper, clue not in the name.
It took some real
Nope, sorry. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Sly Cooper is known for being a brawling game.
If he plays Murray, yes.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just need to give me
Just let
Murray.
me hide under the tables.
Okay, if you insist.
You don't have to do that. I'm just saying you seem to be struggling. So.
If you insist, I'll hide under the tables.
Attention Iron Horse number 2. In case you haven't
Fuck.
heard, some of you are advantaged.
I like that his texture changes and he becomes cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll be stealthy.
I'm
Look,
saying it's 3 large dudes. They're hard to fight.
it's true. 3 large
You know,
dudes.
Sly can only take so many large dudes at once.
Man. We're all going to hell. Alright, that's it. It's 2 halves of a cow's heart.
I think the premise of this game is so fun, where it's like after defeating the last boss of the previous game, you're going around and like taking his organs back.
Yeah. Sorry, hold on.
Really nice touch.
Yeah, exactly. You're fighting him a second time, really, if you think about it.
And even better, I feel like most people played this game and not the first game.
Right. I mean,
So
I certainly
they're
played
just
this
like-
one first.
Yeah, right? So it's like, I didn't know who Clockwork was. It was just like, oh, it's like this big evil fucking owl. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. In fact, I would say it's almost like this makes Clockwork so much cooler than he was in the first game. Like,
Absolutely.
in the first game, he's just like a boss, like a cartoon owl. And then he has a bit where he's like, oh, I have been killing your family for thousands of years.
That's right.
like-
I hate raccoons.
I fucking hate raccoons.
Oh man, I forgot about the shitting move.
Oh yeah.
It never gets old.
It's like when you're talking to a 2-year-old and they start doing that.
They're like, I'm gonna shit. I'm like, I bet you will.
And you bring them back to their parents. I'm shitting.
I'm shitting?
I'm gonna growl. I love that video.
Fuck.
What did I say? Potty humor is funny sometimes.
It's true. Listen, poop is funny, people. Wake up.
Poops and farts can be funny. You just
Oh
have to
shit.
know
Okay,
what
I
you're
didn't post
doing.
this in Somnol, but this was phenomenal earlier. Alright, so I have to pause for a moment because I'm getting a little sweaty. It's hot here. This game is just too much for me to handle. Anyway.
It's just so intense.
It's just so intense, taking all these large dudes. So, I do not willingly browse Imgur, I should mention, but I was
That's
on...
fair, nobody does.
No, okay, alright, all good, just making sure. So, but, I was on it because, oh, this was what it was. I was on the Alice in Chains subreddit, and somebody had posted an Imgur link to photos that they had taken of the booklet of Music Bank being kind of like a career retrospective / demo compilation for Alice in Chains that they put out in 1999, long after their last album with Lane Staley, because Lane Staley died 3 years after Music Bank came out. So it was kind of like we have to make money off the band somehow. But I do willingly browse Reddit. To be honest, as much shit as you could say about Reddit, unfortunately, fan forums don't fucking exist anymore because everybody needs everything on one website.
It is better than most social media.
It's true. It's true. Listen, despite all my rage, I am still just a Redditor. So anyway, but I'm on the subreddit, and somebody posts the photos of this booklet. So I'm clearing out my tabs, and I still have this open, and I see, because Imgur, after you get to the bottom of the album that you're looking at, it tries to get you to look at other things because it's a website.
Yeah, right.
And one of them it was clearly like Tumblr, and I'm like, okay, well, Tumblr is acceptable. This is effectively the kind of stuff that Cabby sends me, and it would have been on Tumblr one long reblog chain of people sharing their stories of fuck-ups that happened while they were doing plays. And
oh, yes.
So,
I know the one.
Yes. So there was one where they were apparently using a tape with two sides with two different sound effects. Only two sound effects in the entire play. One of them was... I don't remember what exactly the sound effect was, but it was right at the circle of life, the very end part of it. And then the other one was a gigantic fart. And this is, I think, for like some hunting scene, but they have flipped the tape.
I think it would have been. I think it was the end of The Lion King, like
yes,
the musical.
It was the end of The Lion King, this play, and so, but they got the side of the tape wrong, so it's the very end. I've never seen The Lion King, so I don't remember anything about it.
Timon and Pumbaa. Pumbaa has like fart jokes, so
yes.
The farting sound effect would have been for him.
Yeah. There you go. But basically, it's the big climactic circle of life end of the thing. Gigantic fucking fart rips out in the whole theater, and everybody just like runs off stage because you can't come back from that. And that was when I realized, you know what? Farts are pretty funny.
Farts are pretty funny. You have to do it right.
If they're done correctly, they are. Why do I keep getting smacked in the cock by this mole? Jesus.
This is the perfect counter to Murray. It's just a little mole comes up and punches him in the nuts.
Ah, man. Fuck. I will link that in some lesson, by the way, because the entire post is a phenomenal read.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. You know, it's funny, actually. Whoops. Bear time. Nope, see you later. Nope, nope.
There's a, yeah, we got it.
Nope, sorry.
Oh, you cannot fight a bear.
Nope, sorry, see you later.
That is not gonna work.
No. Alright, but yeah. One of Cabby's family's favorite things to watch is this, ongoing BBC series, occasionally ongoing. I don't think it's active right now, but it always comes back because it's super popular. And it's called The Gone Wrong Show. And the whole premise of it is that it's like this traveling theater sort of thing, but everybody involved is totally fucking incompetent to an insane degree, and it's a really great watch. And they
did they do like Peter Pan and the
Yes.
Christmas Carol?
Peter Pan was the original. Peter Pan was the original.
Yeah, no, I love those.
Yeah, no, shit is so good. And every single one of the things in this post was like, oh my god, this is like something from the fucking Gone Wrong show.
I love that.
Yeah. Peter Pan goes wrong. Listen, all I'm saying, the bit at the end with the fucking BBC news desk and the Teletubbies, that was when I knew. I'm like, this shit is iconic. Like, it was iconic long before then, but I'm like, this is solidified as a classic.
Yeah. No, that was fucking funny.
That was great. And it's a whole series. Oh, man, I still need to...
Yeah, what are the other ones? Because I think I've only seen The Christmas Carol and Peter Pan.
So, the interesting thing is that they're doing legitimate plays, and of course things that you would not have known about unless you were a theater kid, which, makes perfect sense. They're not like your typical sort of plays. I don't know what the fuck I just said. I'm sorry. Please excuse that from the record. I guess I'm just gonna go up and beat the shit out of this moose. Because I need to get up here, and I didn't see another way to do it. There it is. Okay. Yeah. The TV series is great. The one that always sticks out to me, like the first thing I think of, it's not because it's the funniest or anything, I think it's probably because it was one of the first that I saw, was there was an episode where they had built the sets 90 degrees the wrong way. So everybody was trying to do these like southern accents, and of course it's all British people. Truth be told, British people are better at sounding like Americans than Americans are at sounding British. That's a conversation that Cabby and I have had many, many times. But anyway, although there were some moments where they slipped up, it wasn't perfect, but that's to be expected. But anyway,
the southern accent is just like a British accent, but slow.
I think you've broken my brain.
There's like a video of a person doing it where they're talking in a British accent and then they start to slow it down to demonstrate, and a southern drawl is the same pronunciation, it's just that the way they talk is slow. It's a drawl.
Oh yeah,
I'll find you the video.
Yeah, because at the moment I'm like, you might be right.
British.
Yeah. 90 degrees. That was it. That was a good one. And then there was another one that was pretty funny where it was like a courtroom drama, but they built the sets the wrong scale. So everybody had to fit into what was effectively like the size of, I don't know how to describe it, like the size of a closet, basically, with this courtroom set. Tiny courtroom. That was great. That was another great one. There were a lot of great ones, and then there was one also. I don't even remember what play this was, but it was like a medieval one, and they have recurring characters. Mm-hmm. But there's one guy who's like, he looks like he has stage fright all the time. He's like this nerdy dude, and he can never quite remember his lines correctly. So the two things that I remember from this one were he was doing like a song, because he was a court jester in it. So he was doing a song and had to just make it up on the fly, and fuck, I don't even remember. But then everybody dies at the end. Everybody is supposed to be king, but the king keeps dying over and over. That thought is not gonna get finished. We're just gonna continue with the game.
Here.
No problem. I'll tear that fence apart.
I found one example of someone sliding.
I
back
love
and
trying
forth.
to recall jokes.
Where it's like she slides between a British accent and Southern accents to demonstrate that it's like, because it's like how the Quebecois accent is just what French was before they came to Canada. In the same way that Southern accent is just it's closer to what they sounded like at the time. Oh, it's a baby bear.
Big Mama Bear will be able to smash the fence, no problem, to free her cubs.
That's correct.
Beware, cubs.
Quebec accent is just that one guy to me.
You are hunted by the Murray, who is ready to prove he can also commit war crimes.
What they woke. Yeah, that's what it sounds like when I have francophone coworkers talking to me. Oh, punching that little guy in the nuts, dude.
He deserved it.
He's not doing anything wrong.
He deserved it.
I have to say though, maybe this is enough to get me canceled by my employer, but I don't love the Quebecois accent when they speak French. I think that it's a little bit ugly. I would rather sound like a Parisian than a Quebecois.
Okay, let's try to do this correctly. Yeah, no, it's pretty funny. To think that Cabby has such a neutral accent, all things considered, because I've heard some pretty strong examples of various British accents, but especially like stronger Welsh ones. She likes to turn to me and goes, "Oh, I could have sounded like that, by the way."
That's pretty funny.
Good work, Murray. I'll send you the coordinates to the next bear cub.
All right, let's grab another bear cub. Fuck. I could put him on if I'm trying. She sounds more Welsh when she's angry.
Sorry to say it, but the other cub is somewhere in this bear cave. Be careful, Murray.
I love accents. I think that they're really good fun.
Accents are a lot of fun.
I think what's funny is that
Oh, sorry, I'm
the
stealing your
part-
cubs. Sorry.
Oops, taking a baby.
I'm
No
just
big deal.
I'm just taking your Aw.
I think that one of the funny things is that like the accent of like where I'm from sounds a lot like a Californian accent. Not like a surfer dude accent, but like what an actual person from California would sound like when they talk. So when we would visit the US, like we have people that are like, "Are you guys from California?" It's like, "No, we're Canadian." And they're like, "That's weird. You guys don't sound Canadian." Because they think of like the, like, "Oh yeah, bud."
Yeah, that sort of deal. No,
It's all
that's what
that
DCB sounds like.
Yeah, that's what DC. Yeah, exactly. That's a
Okay, guys,
Minnesotan
this is
accent.
it. Time to break into
We
Iron
don't
Horse
have
number
that.
3 and carry
I
away the
actually, I
cardboard
have
stuff.
my
Now,
manager
train's moving too fast to
has
jump onto
kind
here
of that
in the
accent.
lab.
Like it's
So
very,
we'll have
she
to
sounds like
catch
a
up with
Minnesotan,
Murray's
and it's
new
weird
handcuff.
because I'm pretty sure she's
Let's
from
bring
here, and I
this
don't
in.
know where she got it.
Lyle hop
Hmm.
forward and make his way up to
But
the
she
engine.
talks like
While he
DCB, like
travels
she
to
talks
the
like a
interior,
Minnesotan.
I'll
It
provide
sounds
air
very
support
sweet.
by
Like it's a
RC
very, like endearing accent.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's part of DCB's charm too.
We all do our
Yeah,
jobs right.
like it's very
That's
innocent
impossible
sounding.
to
I
go
just have no clue where she got it from.
Man, every single time one of those the fucking intermissions pops up with like his 35mm slides, I think my screen is dirty.
Maybe it is.
Maybe.
We should clean
Maybe
it.
I should clean that shit. I don't know. Yeah, no, DCB is unfortunately not a little girl anymore. He is a grown man.
It's true. It's a grown woman.
Train to catch.
Alright, we got a train to catch. Gamers.
Oh, does this one involve mashing? This one's fun. I always had such a hard time doing like mashing buttons mini.
Oh, that shit is so
As a
easy.
kid, as like a little kid though, with, like fucked up motor controls.
Yeah, sure. The Murray's strength.
Now it's easy. Especially this game isn't very hard.
You're on, Sly. Break into that train and steal the clockwork stomach.
That Jean Bisson's one strange guy.
Okay.
Well, somebody had to take the clockwork stomach.
Stomach and lungs?
It wasn't going to be the Contessa. What use does she have for the stomach?
Break down later when we aren't riding an antique handcar at breakneck speeds.
Good point.
Good point.
For a train robbery.
Oh man, I am
Stream is
so
freezing for me.
I'm so
There we
starved of both Cabby voice and also Cabby speaking Welsh. Sorry, I'm gay.
go. Wow, if you like Cabby so much, why don't you just marry her then?
Well, I'm working on it. Aw, he woke up.
Oops. Yeah, I think you still have to dodge the light.
That's okay. They can't get me while
It's
I'm down
okay.
here. See you later. There you go. Oh, there he is. There he is. John Bassan. I love you.
Jean Bassan, I'm your biggest fan.
I'm your biggest fan.
This
Let
guy.
me into your stomach.
Oh.
Shit.
Jean Bassan's hit single, the log driver waltz. Oh my
Turn
God,
me
what's it
into a log. That's his hit
called?
single.
Yeah, log driver's waltz.
Oh, hello, Carmelita. Or sorry, that's not Carmelita. Nayla. Nayla. The one
She's
with the
still rocking the Indiana Jones clothes.
babe, it's cold.
Or
You're in
Tomb
Canada.
Raider
It's
clothes.
cold.
Look at her. She's dressed like Tomb Raider. Put those legs away.
Just like
It's like a white boy.
No more saying
No more
cuss
saying
words.
cuss
It's inappropriate and violent if you say the cuss words. If you say the cuss words, and go to jail and go to jail since you said the cuss words are going to eat broccoli for the rest of your life. Me
Broccoli.
too.
It's really good roasted. I really
Her and
like.
her totally legit accent.
What in blazes? I'm always saying this.
I'm
Yeah, it's
always
true.
saying this. Oh man, this is what I'm built for. As I get hit.
I find bullet hells I find very disorienting because I have a hard time when there's like a lot of
See,
moving.
now I'm doing my thing where I have to. Oops. I'm tapping like downwards as opposed to holding the controller. Oh shit! Maybe I should pay attention.
Oh jeez.
First try. You rummy blighter.
Oh wow.
Kevby's always saying that one.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah, buddy. Whatever you say, poodle. Alright. Alright, motherfucker. I didn't catch a word of that, Murray. I'm sorry. Oh, I love it. They got snowshoes on.
Yeah. We're walking on the snow.
That's so
Careful.
true. Listen, they're Canadian, okay?
Mm-hmm. I think that the bottles of maple syrup lying around are a really cute touch.
Nope, didn't see anything. See you later.
Oops.
Oops. No balls.
Oh, well.
Get fucked.
Oops. Oh, don't get shot. You're good.
Oh, I'm so good.
The ducks. What were...
Oops, we're climbing
I thought
under
you
a
fell.
train. Don't do this at home. You
This
might
is-
die.
How you get a free train ride. When you don't want to pay the $100 Via Rail ticket, you just climb underneath.
Yes. Maybe don't do that. That might be dangerous.
I don't have any legal obligations to protect viewers, so I think that they should go
Me
on their
neither.
train.
Like I care about your safety.
Ha ha ha. Careful. Ooh.
Oop, we're good. First try.
Go. Now you're stealthing.
First try. My question is, how does Sly get the heart to the stomach unattached? Oh, okay. Speaking of.
He yanks it. Oh.
What we'll do, when a place bombs down the train's smokestack, we'll knock it loose. Just make sure to take some cover.
Alright.
Not so fast, John. Is mine.
Oh, this shit again. Neela, you're gay, and you don't sound British.
It's just her tiger accent.
See, I think they should have gone with their original plan and made her sound properly like Rajan, you know? I think that would have been...
That's what tigers sound like.
That's just what tigers... That's racist to tigers.
Don't be tiger racist.
Shit.
Bullet holes are hard. It's a lot of stimuli.
See, the trick is that you have to just watch where you're going. You have to ignore where you're shooting. And that's the trick. Because a lot of people just, they watch where they're shooting to be able to hit. But you have to ignore all that and just watch where you're going. Man, she's nuts. Team Rocket's blasting off again. Alright, time to shit in the chimney. Again.
His little fucking Bentley face.
Oh, I think he's... What the fuck happened to his hand?
I've got an upset.
AI generated.
AI generated.
Or his elbow, for that matter.
Oh man, he's a fucked up little guy.
He's just got some crunching around the edges.
Pulled off the impossible.
And this is on a real PS2, huh?
Yeah, no, we're not talking any PCSX2 shit here.
That's funny.
Parts. And as a bonus, we shut down spice distribution in all of North America. Needless to say, we were pretty pleased with ourselves. Can't say the same for Carmelita. Once again, the framed policewoman had work for the cops, which was fun at first, but I'm starting to feel a little sorry for her. I mean, what if they replace Carmelita with someone else? I don't want another cop on my team.
Man, she really is still dressed like Tomb Raider. It's cold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's cold, dude.
It's cold.
Some way other than turning myself in.
She's not even like one of the really thickly furred tigers. She's just... Listen, if you're cold, they're cold. That's all I'm saying. It's cold and let her in. It's cold and Sly's not wearing trousers. That's because Sly radiates like
Sexual energy.
actual dude energy. Okay, he fucks. That's my explanation. I'm cold. I'm cold. Mary. I don't know. Maybe we should go back and get the bottles at some point. How long have we been going for?
2 hours.
2 hours, 10 minutes. Alright, gamers. You want to keep going for a little bit? Should we go hunting for bottles in an older episode?
Yeah. I think I probably know the layout a little bit more than you do, so it might
Oh,
go
I've
fast.
100%ed this game before. I have my old save where I got all the bottles in all the levels.
Alright. I thought you were imitating a parrot because I wasn't looking at chat. He saw Arpeggio and he just started getting bird racist.
It's true. Listen, I have a long history of being bird racist.
It's true. You know, there were actual ducks in that last level.
It's true. I should have called them vultures for the meme.
Yeah. Oh, wow, look at those,
Tiny vultures!
look at those geese.
Those fucking geese. Look at them, the little flightless shits. Alright, so I have one bottle to find, and I don't know which bottle it is.
I don't know which one it is. Did you do the one that's, like, on the back of a building?
Possibly. I do love that they just let you go back and hit France again. It goes hard.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, this reminds me of something. So, if I can spurg out for a moment, you see the moths around this light?
Mm-hmm.
So, in Quake, there is a thing called a map hack. And the way it works is you, each entity in Quake C has a certain setup to enable it to do things. So, for example, it has what to do if it's damaged, what to do if it dies, It has a think function, it's called, which think is effectively what it's going to do on the next frame, what function it's going to run, that sort of deal. Now, the thing is that not every entity has every single Quake C field set up. As a good example, and here's where that ties into the lights. A lot of entities don't have an effects field. Some of them do, and that obviously enables like sparklies and shit, but not all of them do. In fact, very few of them do, which means if in the editor you want to set a certain effect, you can actually do that. You can set Quake C values in the editor, and as long as it's not overwritten by the spawn function of the entity, you can actually give it custom behavior. And I've seen all sorts of crazy stuff being done with map hacks. Probably the most famous one in the Quake scene is triggered explosions. So the way that works is you have what's called an info not null, which is just an entity that exists, basically. It doesn't have anything set on it. And it was actually like officially in the game script, so you can use it for whatever you want. And you will put, I think, a use function on it. So whenever an entity targets it, it will fire the function that's in its use field. And with that, you can set it to an explosion function, and you will get explosions when something targets it. Pretty simple stuff. But you can use that to like give it like a cinematic effect to a level. Like, oh, here's where you get the explosions, you know. Here's where the door blows open, and then you target the door, and it doesn't exist anymore with the explosion. That sort of deal. So where this ties into that light is what I mentioned, the effects field. There's, for whatever fucking reason, and I think it was to aid the level designers in something or other, but it's a field that's quite literally like a glowing swarm of bees. And it was actually reused, by the way, in Half-Life, because Half-Life was built on the Quake World engine. It was reused in Half-Life if you happen to have an entity stuck in a wall. It will put that glowing swarm of bees around the entity to let you know, hey, you gotta move that. But anyway, it works in Quake. It's just unused. So I always thought that it would be great to have like a not null, or even if you could put it on a light entity, because some of them, if they emit sounds, they do still exist in the world even after compilation. Put an effects field on it, set it to that glowing swarm of bees, instant moths around the light in a Quake level. It's like, damn, that's a great idea. I should use that sometime.
Yeah, that's really nice to like make people more alive.
Yeah, I mean, and that's really the whole goal, right? It might have been around the chateau. I should look like around. I think it's at ground level, probably.
Yeah, there's. I know that there's like one on the ground around here. There's like a tunnel. Oh, watch the man. The hog.
But.
Ranking my hog.
Fucking frog.
See? Frogs. All I'm saying.
Frogs, dude. Frogs.
For legal reasons, I need to specify that I believe in preserving French culture, and I should specify that I am 1/4 French Canadian.
I should specify, I don't actually think French people are frogs.
I don't literally think French people are frogs. I know they're people.
You silly goose. Ribbit.
Around the... Is it that? No.
Listen, I do recall there being one that's like hidden behind a building.
Yeah, it's like against the water. It's one of the buildings on the corner of the map.
We'll find it.
And then I think this one has like a little overpass tunnel area that also has it.
Yeah.
This building. Nope.
But yeah, I've seen all sorts of crazy stuff being done with map hacks. There was one that was kind of neat, where it was actually used to fix a bug in the game. So there's a fish monster in the game, and it's not used in a whole ton of levels, which is probably why it never got caught. But because of an error in its spawn function, it actually iterates the monster counter twice, which means that you cannot get 100% kills on a level with these fish that you placed, because they fucked up and didn't catch it. So the map hack involved taking the fish, putting it in the world, but then I think it was using its think function instead of initializing it as the fish monster normally is. It uses a sub function of it. So a thing that gets called when it spawns normally, it only calls that sub thing, and then re-adds all of the fish behavior back in manually. So it becomes a perfectly functional monster with no bugs. That's my point. So that I saw it used for that. There was one. People were building logic gates in Quake, which means, like, you know, if both of these things are true, then make this happen. Or a randomizer, another thing that someone had built. Crazy stuff. Unfortunately, I was not able to build a map hack of my own when I needed, in the level that I was showing earlier, respawning barrels, because there's just very, very little in the way of functionality that you can add to the barrels. Not that you can't add functions, but they don't fire targets, which means it's very hard to get them to like trigger something when you blow them up, which obviously you would need if you wanted to make it like respawn. But then also when it blows up, it actually removes itself from the world, which means that it doesn't exist anymore, so it's hard to respawn it. I'm sure you could do it like an actual code, like if you were writing custom code for the entities, but I was making a deathmatch level. That wasn't an option. So, but otherwise, very neat that they work like that. That's not a function that you can get in most games, to just like, oh, I'm going to make this entity behave weirdly just because I want to.
Yeah, that's wild.
I remember someone was speculating. Oh, I think that's it. There it is. Found it.
Yeah.
You're right. It was here.
That balcony thing. It's a weird spot because this is like the only building that has it.
Yeah, exactly. So
and
anyway,
then,
now we break into the
where
nightclub.
The plug is, yeah, up there.
Or
is it up there, or is the pickpocketing? No, it's this one.
It's Dimitri's office. Dimitri's office
yeah,
is the one that
office.
has it.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was close.
Smooth moves. Greasy sweet.
His style, it's like smoke. You can't catch it.
Are you picking up what I'm throwing down? Yeah, you can just go through the door.
Oh, shit, you're right. They do unlock that door. Hold on. That's funny. And the rats can't follow you because they don't know how a door works.
Because they're stupid and they don't have hands.
It's true. They're too busy sweeping. Alright. Whoops. 2, 3.
Wow.
Wow. He's got a password just like my mom uses for her phone.
Now I know how to get into your mom's phone.
I didn't say it was 231. Can I steal this? I cannot.
Let's see, which one's that?
That's the bug
the
painting.
Bug painting.
Yeah, so I can't steal that again. Okay, well that is this level done. I guess we just
I
exit.
wonder if you're able to unlock the vaults as the other characters.
That's a good ass question.
Because I've never done it. They might be in Sly only areas.
Possibly. I think Rajan's is in... You might be right. You might be right.
Like, I think they make it in such a way that it's like you would... Because, like, Rajong's, you have to climb on stuff.
I think Rajan, wasn't one of them, like, you had to go through, like, a little crawl space?
Yeah, it's like, it's in the bathhouse area.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah, I think they, like, set it up in such a
Oh,
way
wow.
that, like...
There's a lot of bottles I'm missing for this one. Shit.
Yes, did you go into the like, ruins area on the far right, I think?
I think I went there briefly. Let me go...
Okay.
Let me go back there.
Because that one is, like, the easiest one to miss because it's, like, a detached part of the map.
Yeah, no, there's nothing you have to do over there, I don't think.
Yeah, it's just a timed treasure.
Yeah, that's true. Which I might actually grab just because, you know, money is good. No, I already got it.
You already got it? Cool. Yeah. Okay. Just a snake jump scare.
Yeah. I just ignore them at this point.
A snump scare, as the kids call it.
Yes. Of course, we are so hip with the kids, Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah. Ohio.
Ohio, Rizzler, Gyat,
Ohio Riz.
Phantom
Baby Gronk.
Tax. In the back rooms, Gritty is uncanny. Motherfucker.
I already had a hard time communicating with people my own age, so
It's
to hear
true.
14-year-olds talking is really... You said it like Savannah's name is Skibbity Toilet. Yeah, I legally
To be
changed
fair,
it.
that would be an amazing bit.
So it'd be easier for me to work, like, professionally, so I have a more distinctive name.
It's true. Listen, nobody is ever going to forget that they worked with Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah.
There's a bottle.
Same initials, too, you know? I don't even have to
It's
change
true!
my,
So true, so true.
Yeah, it's not that much of a change, honestly.
You get used to it quick.
Yep. Mr. Toilet. They named you Skibbity.
That's so sad. Your name is just... Your surname, Toilet.
Toilet. I don't know, I've heard some pretty fucked up surnames.
It's true.
Rip Gay Bowser, he was a real one.
Man, you're not wrong. Oh, there's lots of bottles over here.
Yeah.
And some treasure.
Because I don't think you have a reason to be over here. Like, this is where you get to the bathhouse.
Yeah.
Don't fall. Don't get shot.
There's a bottle.
Yeah, they like putting them in these, like, overpass areas.
Yeah, which is cool because you do miss them.
Yeah.
Alright, wow, so that was like 4 bottles in like 2 minutes. So hopefully the last 7 won't be too difficult. Famous last words.
Yep.
Also, DCB, I think you mean so long, Gay Bowser.
So long, Gay Bowser.
See, that just makes me wonder, what does Nintendo have against the gay versions of their characters? They want us to believe that it's King Bowser.
I think... Oh, yeah, no, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Maybe, you know, the writers did intend for Bowser to be gay.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
You never know.
Listen, whoops, I don't want to play as Bentley, speaking of gay. I support gay turtles, by the way.
Of course.
We are big supporters of the turtle hippo love on this channel.
Yeah. Listen, it's 2024.
It's 2024, you fucking backwards bigot.
It's time we finally grew up and accepted
That maybe
Marie and Bentley Sly Cooper are in love.
Yeah, listen, it's okay for these guys to be in a what was it, a throuple?
A throuple.
Thruple, that was it. It's
Yeah.
okay, all right.
There's that really 8,000 song called Sexy Vampire, and the girl is absolutely saying gay vampire the whole way through. No way it's sexy. None. Okay. That might be interchangeable.
Honestly, I believe it. Have you ever
If
seen a
you're saying it's
heterosexual
gay
vampire?
Yeah, first off, vampires as a concept are inherently bisexual.
Yes.
Because you are, not only are you penetrating something by biting it, but you are also taking bodily fluids into your mouth.
That's pretty gay, bro.
It's very bisexual. Secondly, I think we can all agree that vampires are hot, in part because of the inherent bisexuality.
It's true.
In this thesis, I will.
Listen, if there's a vampire expert in Somnolescent, it's Savannah. Listen to her.
It's true. I have a lot of feelings about vampires, and I tend to accidentally. I have a bisexual normativity when I write my characters, anyways. So.
Yeah, listen.
Let's see if I've ever heard one.
It's valid. It's very, very valid to just be like, all of my characters, they could swing both ways. AC/DC.
They can swing. Unless I specifically designate it that a character is gay or straight, they are bisexual.
I think it's an autism thing. I really think so. Because, like, you there's a bottle. You don't have, like, I certainly don't have, like, the concept of I just think things are cute, basically. And sometimes that's dudes and sometimes that's girls. You know? It's not like, I don't know.
Are you saying that bisexuality is an autism thing?
I'm saying that I've known quite a few bisexual autistic people.
Yeah. All right. I can buy that there is an overlap. Buy.
Yeah, but I'm
buy that there's an overlap. You've also just known a lot of autistic people.
Oh,
you
God.
think maybe it's you?
God, seriously. I have an entire fucking group for them.
You think it's a support group?
It's an autism support group. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 left.
How am I going to look my psychologist in the eye and explain this one?
You might be wondering how I got myself in this position. Chat has fallen completely silent on the concept that autistic people oftentimes like it both ways. They're like, we will neither confirm nor deny. Hey, more treasure.
You know, I can't. The thing is, I can't even like make a joke about it because I don't have my card yet. So I don't have my provincial, like my government issued ID. So you gotta tread lightly.
It's true. Man, this room is as hot as fucking India, I can say that much.
Yeah, it was very humid today. It went up to 21 degrees, which was really impressive.
Yeah, no, it was unseasonably fucking warm for April. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was cold recently.
Right.
I've been dying for some fucking actual spring weather.
Yeah, no, it frustrates me because I've been trying to go on walks lately, you know, keep fit and whatnot. And every single time I'm like, oh, it's almost nice. It's almost nice. It's just the fucking wind is always cold.
Yeah, the wind is cold, and it's hard, right? Because you put on a jacket, and then you're walking, so you start sweating.
Yeah.
It's the worst experience.
Oh my god, it sucks because you take the jacket off thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be like cooled down now. No, now you're just cold and hot at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing with like having to walk a lot in the winter because I take the bus, but not for long.
Hey.
But like in the winter, having to fucking like you have your parka on and you're walking and you start kind of sweating because it's a parka, but it's also -20.
Yeah.
It's not a good experience.
No, it's literally the worst of both temperature extremes.
Yeah, I can't fucking handle sweat. I can't handle being sweaty. It is the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Oh, it's terrible.
That's an exaggeration, but
put that on a tombstone.
Yeah, the worst thing I have ever experienced is sweating.
That would be pretty iconic.
Yeah, that's why I refuse to work out. Because I just do not want to start sweating. That's why I like swimming, though, because you don't notice that you're sweating.
Yeah, because you're already wet.
Yeah, you're in water. You're fine.
God, I miss swimming. I could spend all day in a fucking pool.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I would spend... the worst thing I've ever experienced is sweating.
That's another thing that's like weirdly common with autistic people I know is like a childhood fixation on swimming and water.
Oh, I liked to pretend I was a mermaid.
Yup, that was Kebby too. She was like, well, not a mermaid. She wanted to be a sea monster.
A sea wolf.
She wanted to be a sea wolf, which goes hard. Don't get me wrong.
Well, yeah, because I was also a tomboy, so I don't think I ever expressed the mermaid thing. Well, because I was outwardly.
Oh, I hear a bottle. There's a bottle.
Yeah. I was outwardly a tomboy, but I still liked. I left to go get a drunk. Someone said sea wolves.
Oh, you're drunk? I'm jealous.
We're talking about childhood fixations.
Yeah, no,
Swimming.
I mean, that might have been why Kebby wasn't responding to the bisexual stuff. So here's what you missed, Kebby. So on one hand, we were talking about how there seems to be a crazy overlap between being a spurg and liking both dudes and girls. And then we also were talking about how there's a weirdly large number of autistic people I know, well, frankly, period. But there's a weirdly large number of autistic people I know who also had a childhood fixation with, like, swimming and being, like, playing pretend in the water.
I loved playing pretend. I mean, I still kind of do that.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is it never quite goes away.
Yeah, it's like I'm still... I mean, like, I'd say, like, 50% of the time I'm, like, daydreaming about Wisp. Which is, like, the adult version, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Now I'm like, oh, I'm writing. When I'm just, like,
that's because swimming goes hard. No
head.
comment about the bisexual part.
Yeah.
She's like, I will neither confirm nor deny my bisexuality.
I wonder, I'm gonna Google rate of bisexuality.
Bisexual swimming. Swimming in bisexual lighting.
Bisexuality. And autism.
Well, the likelihood that I'm going to find these two bottles is going to be so fucking low.
Okay, wait. Okay. According to a 2021 review, some studies indicated that autistic women were 3 to 4 times as likely to be bisexual when compared to non-autistic women.
There you go. Called it.
There you have it.
You think the bottle might be...
No, individuals are more likely to be LGBTQ. Autistic males are 3.5 times more likely to identify as bisexual than non-autistic males.
There you go.
I don't know. Autistic people...
Autistic people are just cool with it.
You know? Maybe it's just like, whatever. I like what I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Bisexual swimming. Yeah, is bisexuality linked to being obsessed with pretending that you are a mermaid or perhaps a sea wolf?
Yes. I'm telling you. Be bisexual, lie, charge they phone, wash they pussy in the sink. I'm sad because if you read the original version of the Eat Hot Chip and Lie copy pasta, the guy added just wash they pussy in the sink, and then that never got included in the other ones.
That's really fucked up that part got dropped. Cause I'm like, that's the funniest part.
That's so iconic. Hot chip? Question mark?
Yeah. I can't eat hot chips. I have stomach issues.
True. She. That's another thing that's common with autistic people. They're tummy hurty.
Yeah, it's because their stomachs also have autism.
It's so true, so true.
There is a huge link. Apparently, I'm not a scientist, between your gut biome and your mental health.
Yeah, no,
and,
I mean they apparently they had success replacing the gut bacteria in like schizophrenic people, and their symptoms actually improved. Which is crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, no, it is insane, like, how much of everything... I'm not saying, like, oh, drink essential oils, but, like, you know, like, poop transplants and stuff, I don't think they use that to treat fucking but, like,
Listen, I totally agree with science, but at the same time, I cannot think of poop transplants without thinking of Nick Bait. I'm sorry that I had to remind everyone that Nick Bait exists.
I am not familiar with Nick Bait.
Nick Bait was a guy who was notorious for I think he molested his half sister. He was part of the he was one of the like early 2010s lolcows, basically, sort of like that first wave. But he was really the archetypal horror cow because he was he was awful, and he also had a fixation on poo. And he would talk about having like poo rituals where he would like, oh, let's stick your poo up my butt, and I'll do the same for you, and you do the same for me.
Oh no, that's not how that works.
That's not how that works, but that's what I think of every time.
It's like a little what's the word I'm thinking of?
Suppository
pill that they give you.
Yeah. Again, I apologize that everybody now has to be reminded that fucking Nick Bait exists, but it's just what I think of.
I was going to mention that it's why Rosemary started getting bloat after Marple passed, because her
then you
butt
started
got
talking about
upward.
Nick Bait. Oh, listen. Kiwi sisters.
And it's all your fault.
It's all my fault. It's so true.
But yeah, gut biomes are wild. I would love if there could just be, if I could just put someone else's poop in my butt, and it would fix all of my problems. Oh, that's a good emoji, DCB.
Listen, now that's going on your tombstone. Yes, no, Nick Bait is fucking horrible, and I'm glad that he will never see the light of day.
Was he, like, arrested?
Oh, yeah, no, he's in jail for a long fucking time.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a relief. But yeah, anyways.
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, so I was really into swimming as a kid.
Oh, man, I would spend all fucking day in the pool, dude.
Yeah, I would have summer. I don't even think I was, like, with any friends. I think
one of the first
I
things...
didn't know what I was doing.
I mentioned on Cami.somnol that for a couple of years I went to a summer camp for disabled kids, which, to be honest, is honestly... Alright, this is a complete and total aside from the swimming thing, and I'm never going to find these two bottles, so I'm just going to pause the game and talk for a moment. I have...
Germa mode.
Yes. There's this thing that happens to me sometimes where I think of places that I've been in my life and places that I spent a significant amount of time in, and I think, I can never go back there. And that just fucking trips me out, right? Like, trips me out thinking of, like, obviously that summer camp is one, although it was funny, I mentioned it to my mom the one day. She's like, you know, when it's not in session, they probably like wouldn't have any issue with like you coming to visit. Like, obviously tell somebody first, but like, I think the guy who ran it when I was there still runs it, and he followed me on Twitter for a bit back when I had a Twitter account when I was a little ass kid. He liked me, so he probably would still recognize me. But anyway, that summer camp is one. I was in a hospital for like kids with mental health issues for a little bit, like 2 weeks. It wasn't, people say a month, I think it was like 2 weeks. But that's another place that's like seared into my brain that I'll never revisit. Schools, obviously. But it's just weird to me that there's these places, and I see them in my dreams sometimes, or I think about them, and they might as well, in my current world, if you think your current world is like the places that you go normally, they just don't exist anymore, you know? It's like, they still exist, but to me, they might as well not, because they're not a place I can go anymore. It's really trippy.
That's a past place.
Yeah, exactly. It's trippy.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
really interesting.
But when I went to that summer camp, one of the first things I always did was like, you guys need to let me into the deep end of the pool. What they had was they had a big L-shaped pool. And you had on one end, it was like 2 feet. Like maybe not even 2 feet, maybe like 1.5 feet deep. And on the other one, it went down to 8 feet. So that water's fucking heavy that far down, dude. It's crazy. But anyway, around the 3 foot mark, they marked it off with a rope. And of course, you were always supervised when you were in this pool. And you were not allowed, even if you were an adult, you were not allowed in the deep end unless you were not really certified, but like cleared. And that meant that you had to get one of the lifeguards who was certified almost certainly, and complete like a 2-minute test basically of your swimming abilities. And one, I remember it was divided up into 3 chunks. There was one that was treading water. There was one that was like back swimming, and then there was another one that was, I think it was your diving ability. I don't think it was that, but there was a third one. But anyway, once they cleared you on that, they're like, all right, you can go in the deep end. Obviously, you were still supervised, but you could go in the deep end. And that was the first thing I did for the 3 years that I went to that camp. Obviously not the first year, although I eventually did do it that first year. But like when I came back on the second and third years, I was like, you got to let me into the deep end as soon as humanly fucking possible, because I want to swim and I want to just like go as far deep down and feel like that crazy fucking pressure and just lose yourself in all the water around your body. You're not touching the ground. It's crazy.
Yeah, it feels really nice. I
like
being in a pool.
It's great.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's a sensory thing.
No, it's absolutely a sensory thing, and that by the way was phenomenal. Fucking they had a sensory room, because it wasn't a camp for autistic kids. It was a camp for like people of all ages who had like developmental issues. There were some physically disabled kids there, just disabled people. But autists definitely made up a good chunk of it, especially the older participants. There were some people there who had been going to the camp for like 40 years, and they were obviously like the low functioning people. No shade. That's a fucking hell I would not wish on my worst enemy. But just to give you an idea of the kinds of people who went there, right? So there were people of all stripes there, and some of them were as normal as, I think they were like ADHD kids. So there were kids as normal as that to kids who were like not even kids anymore, that sort of deal. So it was a huge spectrum. And of course there were plenty of autistic kids there. And one of the things they had at this camp was a sensory room. They literally called it the sensory room. This shit. Blackout curtains, AC blasting, and the only lights were like Christmas lights. And they had like a bunch of like all sorts of like texture shit and stuff in there that kids could play with and like all that. But it was great as just like a chill out room. Like this thing was...
Yeah, that sounds really relaxing.
The funny thing is when I look around my room, because of course I now have the Christmas lights hanging out permanently, I'm like, this isn't far off from what the sensory room was like. That's crazy, So yeah. I'm like, that's awesome. And the the lights were like, a nice warm color. Like I always keep mine on like fucking warm orange, just because.
Yeah, that's good. That's solid.
Yeah.
I don't like when you have those like fairy lights and they're set to like blue.
Yeah.
I think that's like the worst possible color to make lights.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, because here's the the spectrum of light. When the brighter you get,
Blue's
the more blue it is. It is. That shit is. That's why fluorescent lights are so distressing, because fluorescents are practically blue.
Yeah, like the bright white lights.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. But yeah, no, I went to like a sleepaway summer camp once. I think I was probably in 7th grade or something like that, and I was poor, so my social worker got me to like go for free, and then they didn't like put my name on the list, so I ride out to this summer camp in Quebec, and because I didn't pay for it, I'm not on the list. So they're sending off all these girls to their cabins to go to like get set up so that they can like sleep.
and like I'm sitting there, everyone else is gone, and they're just looking at me, and they're like, "So, you got on the bus?" Like,
right.
you know, and they eventually figured out who I was, but the idea of like some fucking kid got on the bus and is now miles away from the city.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I had also gotten, it was like one of my first periods, so all the other girls were like swimming and stuff, and they were like, well, you can go play in the mud pit, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play in the mud pit. That's gross.
So sad.
But I'll collect frogs.
That's so tragic.
Yeah, but I just like sat alone. It was okay, I didn't mind it. I wish I could have swam, but they also did something called a polar dip, which is like first thing in the morning, having to run out and jump into the lake when it's like freezing. And there were no showers. And I was there for like 5 days.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was fucked up. And I felt really gross.
I mean, that was the thing, is that the cabins that they had at this camp were they were definitely, they had the rustic feel, but they had like running water and electricity and stuff. Like
No, these were like actual cabin, like they were boxes, and there were bunk beds that you were supposed to put like, it was just like a mattress, like it's like a cot kind of mattress, like a tough mattress. And I don't know, I remember it was weird. I had decided that I was going to speak as little as humanly possible. I don't know why. That's another
thing Gabby did.
But, yeah, I was just like, I'm not gonna say a fucking word unless I have to. So I just didn't, like, talk to anyone. I exchanged, like, a few words. People liked, like, the girls in my... I think they knew that there was something wrong with me. So they were nice to me. Yeah, and they just, like, played it, because it was all girls, so they fucking kept playing Adele, like, the same Adele song on the speaker over and over.
Jesus.
I remember, like, running through the woods. We were, like, playing a game. I was never a good runner, but I like running through woods. That appeals to a very specific
It's
animal
all
part of my
just the
brain.
desire
It
to
was fun.
become
I enjoyed
an
it.
animal again.
Yeah, I want to become an animal. I want to run on all fours through the woods. Wolf RP. Yeah, I just want to be a wolf.
Don't we all? Oh shit. We need Savannah in the idol as well.
Oops. Oh well. I'm hiding. I'm hiding behind the Marf. I died.
Savannah fucking died.
Yeah, that's actually his way of like indicating that he's done and he's about to like disconnect me.
Oh my god, my fucking... I've been standing for a while.
That is very funny that you're doing this entire stream standing up.
Yeah, no, I quite literally stand at my dresser. Is the reason I can't transition because of fucking... It's on the same... Well, now Streamlabs isn't letting me click on anything. That's cool. That's phenomenal. I would like to finish this off in like a proper way. No, it's I can hover over stuff, but it's not. Oh, that responds to a click. Okay. What the fuck? It was doing this when I had Quake open too. Do I have to reopen Quake to get it to fucking... This is terrible.
Turns into a Quake playthrough.
Everything is terrible. No. No. Wrong, Stalker Child. Don't play Alice in Chains. Although that's awesome, but... Why is the transition button not working? It lets me hover over it, but it won't click it. You know what? This sucks. Everything sucks. All the time. No! I have it set up perfectly. Streamlabs is fucking me. In the ass. No lube. Right now. Tony Hawk's existential nightmare, more like. Oh, finally. Fucking finally, Savannah shows up.
Yeah, sorry. I'm showing up with a Starbucks in hand.
That would suit, That would suit Sylvian. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. At least now we can properly end the stream off. This was fun.
Yeah.
It is still unbearably fucking hot in here. I'm gonna take off all my clothes and probably jump in a river, if I'm honest.
Best of luck. Go do a nice polar dip.
You know, it's funny, actually. The one thing, this was not at camp. Camp would not let kids swim at 7 in the morning for fear of someone's heart giving out.
But disabled kids, that's not a good idea.
That's not a good idea. But what's funny is, in our area, it's like a yearly thing. We had this polar plunge thing. So same concept, but it's like in the middle of goddamn January where they're like, "Hey, everybody, jump into this fucking icy ass lake. It's January. The high today is 18 degrees." And
wait, hold on. 18 Fahrenheit.
18 Fahrenheit is probably like negative 10 C.
-7. Oh, a bit nippy.
I forgot you're Canadian.
Nippy, yeah.
You joker.
Yeah, I mean over here, this past winter was unseasonably warm, but usually our water is frozen solid.
Yeah. There you go. So that's how you know that it's actually really warm in Canada.
Yeah, it has been. It's been toasty this winter, and then, but not toasty in the way that you enjoy it. Like, it's still cold.
Yeah.
So we've just been suffering this spring.
Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, we're getting to the point where it's like I'm ready for a change.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I can't wait for summer to show up, and then I'm gonna be like pissed off that it's summer, and I'm like hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Actually,
the thing.
It's not that bad.
That's the thing. That's why fall is the
conditioning.
best season, because you get the it cools down, which feels like a relief, and then you get the cooler stuff coming in, which is like novel. By February, you're fucking over it.
Yeah.
And by the middle of July,
spring.
you're fucking over it.
The transitory seasons are the best ones.
Absolutely. I am a man of extremes, but absolutely the spring and the fall are the best.
Yeah, I like my moderate weather.
Yeah, it's quite nice. But yeah, very good stream. I will probably have Savannah on again, maybe for Canada Part 2. If she wants to hop on, it really depends on what she's doing next Sunday. But
you guys are gonna get so tired of me.
It's been nice. I feel like I can actually like get a volley going and get some fucking jokes going, because it's not that I can't talk when I'm alone. It's that I have a harder time. You need to bounce off people, you know. That's sort of the deal.
Rapport if you're just talking to a chat, and if chat's quiet, you're like, so what's everyone up to?
Yeah, you gotta be like, so chat, how's the weather?
Yeah, that's always thrilling.
Yeah, I mean that's the funny thing about stream. I mean that's what used to eat my fucking dinner as far as streams. You know, when I did them the first time was chat would die, and I would get very, very uncomfortable, and I would get very defensive about it. So there were a couple streams where I just quit it halfway through because I'm like, fuck this shit, you're not interested. Even though I know that's not the case, but that's certainly what it feels like sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But it's been good this year. So I figure we should probably be done by the with Sly 3 probably. I mean, because we got 2 or 3 more Sly 1 streams, so that'll take us to like mid-May. And then Sly 3 will probably be another, 2.5 months?
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll probably take us into like July, I would say. And then I got to figure out what I'm doing for the rest of the year. What I'm debating doing, right, is because I've been streaming long enough to where Google snake emoji, yes. Unfortunately, on Streamlabs, it doesn't show up as the cute guy that the Google one does, but that's okay. is doing streams for a year, off a year, on a year, off a year. And then on the off years, we can do more calls and stuff instead. Because at this point, I'm absolutely not under any, I keep thinking dilutions. It's not dilutions. Delusions. That was the word I was thinking of. That the streams... I'm sure there's people who watch the VODs, and I'm sure there's people who, like, lurk, but it's mostly the Somnolians, you know? So...
Of course, yeah.
I enjoy doing them, but it is kind of, like, a lot of work for, like... I'm not going to say very little payoff, because doing the stream is the payoff, but it's definitely, like... Yeah, exactly. I think that would be good if we were able to, like, alternate them. Calls were a good time.
If you don't want to like restrict it to like a whole year, you can do like, I'm gonna take a month off streaming.
Oh yeah, that's true. No, you definitely don't have to like do it a year. But just that. What I was thinking, alternating it a little bit and.
Oh, I'd be down. We can play some Gmod.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess I should make that kind of a personal goal, is to be less of a stick in the mud as far as the games go. I don't know, because I always feel like, I have to be in the right mood. But when I get into it, I have a good time,
Yeah, we just need more, like, silly stuff to do.
Shit, that would be really nice. I don't know, I think it's a personality defect of mine where I'm like, and I wish I could get that silliness on my work as well, I feel like...
Yeah. I am a clown woman. I love getting silly.
We are so silly, gamers. We are so silly.
We're so silly.
Yeah, it's something we'll figure out with time. So anyway, we've been going for 3 hours, so I'm going to call it there. Say goodbye, Savannah. Thank you for showing up on stream.
Goodbye, Savannah.
I was hoping she did that. And thank you guys very much for tuning in. Whoever, if you're watching this later or you're watching this as it's live, thanks everyone for showing up. Sly 2 is a lot of fun, and the calls are a lot of fun. So hopefully we can get some more people on in the future. I really enjoy having everybody on as a sidekick. I could totally do like rotating it out or just whatever. We'll have to see going into the future, but I will see you guys right back here next week. Good stream. Thank you everybody for watching.